Evening, you lot. How you doing? It's Mag here. How are you? Welcome to another Tuesday night gaming chat, or TNGC as we call it, where we talk about all the latest gaming news and reviews. And we have a bit of a special show for you this week with lots of stuff going on with Summer Games Fest, and obviously that thing that came in a red box. That thing came out. Going to be talking about that as well. So we've got lots going on for you. We're going to very quickly see who's in chat. First one here, and let's pop the chat on the screen as well. Gozzo, hello, good evening. How are you? Kindred, good evening. Good to see you. Danka, good evening. Flame, hello. Jenny, hello. How are you? Giving Jenny a wave. Hi. How's it going? Good to see you all. We have got a lot to crack on with the show, so I ain't going to mess around. I'm going to get straight down to it. Let's bring the brains behind the operation. The co-host that knows the most. It's the one, the only, Mr. David Jones.
Good evening, mates. How you doing?
All right, mate. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Evening, everyone in chat. Hope you're all doing well.
There you go. People waving. And don't forget, exclamation Dave in chat if you want to do that. Iquel, good evening. Yeah. How have you been? What have you been playing?
I've been good, thank you. I've been playing around with the Switch 2. Got that in on a launch day, so played a little bit of that, but we'll talk about that a bit more later when we go through some of the games. I have played a bit of Elden Ring Night Rain. Not quite sold on it. I don't think it's quite for me, the type of multiplayer game that it's going for. And then apart from that, I played Cairn. There's a demo that came out during the State of Play on Wednesday, I think it was. Yeah, so I played through that over the weekend. Really enjoyed that. Yeah, didn't took about an hour to finish the demo, but looking forward to the full game that comes out in November.
I like the look of that. I really like the look of that.
Worth playing.
It is really funny because when the trailer started, I was like, "Oh, it's Jusant 2." Obviously, we like that game, and that was from Dope Nod as well. So it's like, oh, yeah. But no, yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah, this one looks nice.
Aquel says, "No foreplay." Then they say romance is dead.
Straight to it. Brace
yeah,
yourself.
Agree. Yeah, it's totally dead. Can we agree? Not everyone's cup of tea, coffee. For what? There's going to be a lot of stuff tonight on tonight's show that not everyone's going to be everyone's cup of tea or coffee because the amount of trailers we've got to get through. But there you go. Anyway, we will move on. Or is he saying that foreplay is not the everyone's
Elden Ring?
Oh, damn. Okay. I was hoping
foreplay as well. Yeah.
Well,
you might like it. You might not.
Yeah, he
like Elden Ring. Not for everyone.
He loves it. I've never played it because I can't be arsed with it. Everyone's entitled to opinion.
I like the main game, as I say. Night Rain, not too sure.
You watch. I bet I play that, and I bet I enjoy that. That'll be hilarious. That always happens, doesn't it?
Well, you might.
Yeah, there you go. We'll see. No, it's never going to happen. Let's face it. Okay, moving on. Let's bring our special guest without further ado in. This wonderful lady. You may have seen her on PlayStation Access. You may have seen her on What Culture Gaming, but more recently, especially literally 2 weeks ago, while TwitchCon was happening, it was the Horror Game Awards, and the Horror Game Awards takes place twice a year, and this was the summer edition. Please welcome one of the hosts to the Horror Game Awards, the wonderful Ash MIlman.
Hi, hello everybody. Whoa. It feels like the Muppets.
There you go.
Hi guys.
How you doing?
How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Oh, excellent. I'm sorry.
You're just like, wow, this is so much overload.
Oh, Dave said, "How are you doing?" And you said, "Welcome." I didn't want to be like, "Good."
Yeah.
Good.
Right.
Welcome. Good.
Yes.
But no, yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you guys doing?
Very good.
Oh, good,
and
thank
nice
you.
to have someone who's literally just down the road because you're Wolverhampton, aren't you? Which is
Yeah, the accent's going on here. It's the Midlands massive, isn't it?
Yay! Nice change. It's a nice change. Good evening, Sophie. Hello, lovely. How you been? I'm doing all right. How are you? Well, she's probably talking to Dave actually because she's Dave's #1 fan. So she's probably not talking to me. There you go. So, for those who don't know you, all your links are right there. We're going to keep doing this. Thank you, Iquail. There is Ash's Twitch channel, the YouTube channel, which is all the videos. There's also the live channel, which is also Ash MIlman Lives, which I think is quite funny. Or
I still don't know.
Yeah, for horror games, which is awesome. And obviously the X/Twitter and Instagram. So go follow her on everything. Don't be stalky about it, but go follow on everything. And do you want to, before we get into like some of the shows and stuff you do want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that you do on your channels?
Yeah, sure. So I'm just like horror fangirly #1 in it. If there's any sort of horror stuff going on, I want to know about it. I want to play it. I want to talk about it. So that's kind of been my bag over the years on the internet. I used to work at What Culture, and then I went to PlayStation Access, both covering gaming and films, and obviously at PlayStation just games. And then last year I have gone solo, gone freelance, and do streaming on my own channel and kind of appear around the internet occasionally doing other things. And it's been really fun. It's been really nice. And it's been super spooky, which is my favorite thing in the world.
So we got a couple of people who say, I know Ash through Parts Fun known? I've got that right. Cutscene.
Parts Fun known, yeah.
Yeah. Sophie says, also pretty lady. Now, Sophie's friend Tim says, Tim watched Ash when she was on What Culture. I used to watch it when you're on What Culture.
The throwback, innit? Yeah. For me, anyway. Obviously, they're doing amazing now. It just, but it's a throwback for me.
So, obviously, you're doing all your own channels. You're gone freelance, as we like to call it, on your own.
I like to call it unemployed to my family. That's the.
It's like, no one will hire me. I'll do my own thing. So, but the Horror Game Awards, which has been running for a couple of years now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So, I know there should be, hopefully, there'll be a couple of people in chat that I know that co-streamed it. There's one lovely lady called Chaotic, she normally watches the show, so hopefully she'll be here in a bit. So, for those who don't know, please explain what the Horror Game Awards are.
Oh, the Horror Game Awards. Started up by Phil and Will, absolutely incredible pair of guys who wanted to celebrate horror games in a way that they weren't currently being celebrated in mainstream media. So when it came to award shows, you look at stuff like the Oscars, you look at stuff like the Game Awards, and horror games weren't really getting their flowers. Horror in general wasn't really getting its flowers. And they thought, you know what? F this, we're going to make our own show and celebrate all the stuff that we really love and make a real platform for horror, as well as kind of uplifting and promoting indies, especially as well. So the work they do is incredible. The work that they've started it all off and done it off their own back is amazing. And I've kind of snuck in there because I was like, oh, this is cool. This is fun. Thank you. When they asked me to be a presenter, and then I've joined as a co-producer as well. So I help run it now. But when I say I help run it, I literally mean I help occasionally with bits and pieces. I don't want to. I just want to really overstate how much Phil and Will do. They are incredible.
Phil's here now. Phil's in the chat.
Yeah, there we go. Here he is.
He's amazing. Guys did it. There you go. But yeah. So Phil and Will, kudos to you.
We love Phil and Will. We love the whole team. It's a whole team effort. But yeah, Phil, I just Phil and Will, and that their names rhyme as well always pops me silly.
That makes it so easy.
Yeah, but
just
yeah,
I can just go Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your most recent Horror Game Awards was 2 weekends ago, I should say.
Yeah.
How did it go? I apologise. I've not watched it yet.
Oh, you got so many goodies.
I know. I need to watch it because I watched the one at Christmas.
Yeah.
Or just before Christmas. So I need to catch up on this because obviously with everything going on. So yeah. There you go. Yeah. Phil and Will and MIlman.
Oh, I like that. Okay, that's it now. That's it. I'm putting myself into the trio. That's it.
Without giving any spoilers, because do you know what? Screw it. I will watch it anyway. So tell us some of the things that happened on the last show.
Man, so we had a whole bunch of world premieres. That was the most exciting thing. So there's loads of like new indie games kind of cropped up on there, as well as some. So we had like a section that was games that are already out that you should be looking at and playing because they're really cool. Then we had a section that was kind of games you might have already seen but are in our horror showcase because it's like, okay, these are horror games that are coming up that you know about. Here's their trailer. And then we had a whole like tens and tens of world premieres of stuff that was just really, really cool. So we've had stuff for like Oxide Room 204, which is like a really nasty sequel to Oxide Room 104, Oxide Room 208. I can't count. Which was the sequel. It's really disgusting and nasty. So for everybody who's looked at Ill at Summer Games Fest, have a little look at Oxide Room as well. And we had a little Blumhouse roundup as well of their new things.
Oh, yes, they've got quite a few things out, haven't they? So
yeah, there's like 4 new games that are coming from them. So we've got Sleep Awake, Chrysler Theatre of Idols, Grave Seasons, and Plug. They're all kind of coming from there as well. But yeah, there's loads. And there was Tenebrous Somnia is in there as well. There was all sorts of different things. I have my I'm looking at my list like because there was literally was so much stuff.
I have to ask, was Tormented Souls 2 in there? Because I know the demo's just come out.
No, that wasn't. We didn't have like a special on it, but
Okay.
it's had they've had the big drop.
Yeah. So
Wait, hold on. Phil's going to tell me off if I got that wrong.
Well,
if he's like, yes, we did.
It's right. I've been waiting for that game for about 2-3 years now, and then obviously the demo's out and stuff. And I get emails from PQ quite often, but they've been quite quiet about that. It's one of the few games that they've not really told me much about. So I was like, oh, I want to know more. And there you
go. There's loads coming out about it. We did have our first look gameplay demo as well. With the demo that came out, Phil was on it straight away, getting a coverage of it up on the Horror Game Awards. So you can definitely check that out as well.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Phil says, I played the demo on the channel, but we didn't have a trailer on this showcase. So maybe for the...
God, Phil, I was panicking then, genuinely. I was like, I can't, like, if I said no, we didn't have Tormented Souls 2 in the showcase, and we did, I would have thrown up.
It's all right. I could just say, we apologise on PQ's behalf. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm not here. I'm not here to check on Ash.
Yeah. No, I like it. This is good. I've got like my fact checker.
Yeah. It's like when I say something and then I know I've totally got it wrong, and Dave says, "Well, actually, it's that," and I go, "Yeah, what Dave said."
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Sophie says, "Put yourself in the middle. Call yourself poor. Phil, Ash, and Will."
Nice. I like that. It's the calling card.
There you go. Evening to Dan from Debug Magazine. Hello. His latest issue is out now. We'll do a plug for this. Exclamation debug in the chat. New issue out today. There you go. Don't even get paid for that, but it's a great magazine. Go check it out.
Woo!
There you go. Mags is always wrong. Debatable, but probably right. But there you go. DJ Mike, hello. Not always, but most of the time. Thank you, DJ Mike. So yeah, most of the time I'm not.
This is starting to sound like one of those puzzles where it's like the first line is a lie, the second line is a truth. Yeah. Which one? Like,
there you go. I'm appreciated. Cheers, Dan. You're welcome. So again, can we have all Ash's channels and socials in the chat? Please do give her a follow. Mag lies, Sophie tells the truth. Sophie, no, I'm not going to get into trouble here. I'm getting in trouble with my mods. And Mike wears shirts. Not always when he's DJing. That's debatable when he's DJing. Yeah, sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. But there you go. Thank you, Sophie. There are all Ash's links. We are going to crack on with the show. We have got a lot to cover, so apologies if I'm speeding through stuff today. But it is our 220th show, ladies and gentlemen. And that says DJ Slow, which it shouldn't
say. Wrong guess.
Oh, it didn't save. Bastards.
I was like, wow, I didn't realise I have a DJ career coming up. Let's go.
Flipping heck, that was last week's guest. Hang on, let me try that. Is it going to save now? I hope it got the right games as well. That's the first time I've ever bought. Hey! It works. I push him a button. Shouldn't rush things. There's a lesson learned. So he says, no, he doesn't. You're right. He's not here. He was on last week.
Honestly, tech issues follow me wherever I go. It's literally a curse. It's like, don't like. This was definitely my fault. Don't worry.
Again, that's going to be the theme of tonight. Is like everything's like. There you go. So yeah, it's our 220th show with our guest Ash MIlman.
It's me. You can call me DJ Ash if you like.
DJ Ash. I'm never doing that again. Obviously, we're going to be talking about a number of games that have come out. A lot of the games that that came out on the Switch on day of release. But we have got some other games like the Lies of P Overture, which dropped day one at Summer Games Fest. And we're going to be talking about PlayStation State of Play, everything at Summer Games Fest, and the Xbox Showcase. And we're going to give you a very brief rundown of all the games that came out when the Switch 2 launched, because some of you might not know there's a load of games. Some are like remasters, some are upgrades, and some are original games. So we're going to hammer through that. But we're going to start with our first game tonight. This came out Monday last week. We didn't get a chance to talk about it on the show. It came out on PS5 and PC. And I'm just going to put the comment. Sophie Put goes, love your hair colour. Sophie loves in your hair. So there you go.
Thank you.
This is... Oh, I need to set it off screen. No, it's all going wrong. Press that. This is Popucom. Let's check out the trailer for this. Ends with a murder mystery. I quite like that. Who killed the robot? I'm loving the look at that. That looks great fun. It's all those puzzle games that you used to get on your mobile phone, and then they've just chucked them all into one big thing in a platforming thing. It looks amazing. Dave, tell us about this.
Yeah, this is a pretty colourful looking co-op puzzle platformer. I think if you're looking for something new, if you finished Split Fiction, looking for a bit more of another co-op fix, this might be one to look at because it looks pretty decent. Got to work together and trying to solve the puzzles, defeat these various like creatures that are on this strange planet. I think creatures have overrun it. You're trying to clear them off. You can play the main game as I think just 2-player co-op, but then there is a 4-player party mode as well if you want. It looks like it might be a cool little co-op adventure game.
Yeah, looks cool. Ash, your thoughts on it?
It looks like Bubble Trouble, like hyped up to 1,000,000. I was literally thinking in my head, it literally looks like the mobile games where you have to pop bubbles. Like it feels like they've taken so I totally agree with you, Mag. It's like taken something familiar and then pulled it out into a bigger experience, which I think is always really nice when games do that. They take something and go, right, now we're going to make it cool and interesting, and maybe you don't know it. So putting it into 3D and doing loads of other stuff and having beasties and all that stuff thing. Yeah, I think that's really nice.
I think it's cool. I did not know a thing about this until literally last week when I started putting the games together for the show. So this has come out of nowhere, so I like the look of it. For those who may not have seen the show before, and also Ash's benefit, we don't review the games because we're totally underqualified. Well, us two are. Ash is qualified too. But there you go. But what we do is scour the internet and take all the scores from lots of different sites, whether it be IGN, GameSpot, Eurogamer, Metacritic, etc. And I squish them into an average score. You may agree with it, you may not, but we're going to play a bit of a fun game, and you can see scores are starting to appear in the chat. You can have halves and whole numbers from anything from 0 to 10, and if you get it right, you get a shout out in the chat. It's as simple as that. So if Ash gets it right, the more times she gets it right, the more shout outs for all her channels she's going to get. So
that's nice.
Yeah,
and you must follow. So, every time it gets posted, you must follow.
Yes, it's got to happen, or else we'll send Dave round. So, there you go. Dan says this looks pretty cool. Loads of people loving this. So let's have a look at what scores are in the chat first. Danka, 8.5. Gozzo, 8.5. Dan, 8.5. Flame, 8. Dave, I'll start with you.
I'm going to try an 8.
You're going for an 8 for this one. Ash, what do you reckon?
6.5.
6.5.
I genuinely I think it's a really wholesome, nice idea, and it looks colourful and fun. But also because it reminds me so much of mobile games, and because I'm a cynic when it comes to, I'm very judgmental on a trailer. I usually keep it in. This is quite a nice way of me exercising how harsh I am actually. Yeah. But that looks like a 6.5 game to me.
That's cool. It's a 6.5. If there's anything you hate, feel free to express it, because we don't hold back on this stuff. So there you go. Kindred saying an 8. Chat, last chance. This is Popucom, which came out last Monday on PS5 and PC. Jenny says 7.5. Iquel said I completely missed the trailer and the conversation. So 7? I mean, you might be right.
One of those.
Bring back. Told you that was going to be a running theme for tonight. So, if there are no more, I can tell you that this actually scored really well because this got a 8.5 on
nice.
average.
Oh my God, that's really high.
Yeah, so 8.5. So, congratulations to the couch, Gozzo, Danker. You all got it right. So, that's 3 shout outs we're going to get in the chat. Around something on Steam. He didn't actually put £14.20 on Steam and Epic. And a rough play time of 15 hours. That's not bad.
That's pretty good. That's £1 an hour. It's £1 an hour.
Yeah, bargain.
Yeah.
Look at that. I've played some games that weren't worth £1 an hour. That one looks like it. There you go. Thank you to Couch for the 45 bits. He's like, boom.
Oh my God, that really good. That goes.
Yeah, it goes on for ages.
Yeah.
That's me. That noise will be played a little bit later on.
It's like the Linkin Park scream, innit? It just goes.
Yeah.
It just keeps going.
It's going.
You know what? I'm really pleased for that game that I got that I underestimated. I'm actually gassed that it is 8.5, and now I'm going to go and look at it and be like, I guess it's popping time.
Yeah, new catchphrase.
Yeah.
There you go. But well, we'll see. The noise echoes around my soul. Good evening, Jesse. How are you? There you go. Not surprised. Don't know why it formatted the message like that. Don't worry, I understood it. Love how confident Dave will get it right. Well, he was 0.5 out.
Sometimes.
Yeah, he gets. Some weeks he's bang on the money every time, and some weeks shite. There you go.
You never know what you're gonna get.
You never know what you're gonna get. It's one of those. So congratulations to everyone that got it right. There's their channels. Go follow them. Because Dan from Debug got it right. Can you do exclamation debug as well? Give a link for debug. Did I mention new issue out today? They're gonna have to start paying me commission. Moving on to probably the biggest game. Like Sophie's like, no, I'm not doing that. Thanks, Soph. Great to have mods. Biggest game that came out last week, obviously. And we're playing it on this channel tomorrow night. So if you want to join in, feel free. Mario Kart World, the latest Mario Kart on the new console that came out, the Switch 2. Let's have a look at the trailer for this.
Let's go! Yahoo!
There you go. So apparently that's a racing game with Mario. I don't know how they came up with that idea. It's quite unique. Never seen it
I've
before.
never heard of it before. It's
No.
new. First one, I'm assuming. No,
Yeah, it must be a new release. Tell us about it then, Dave, for people who, well, we don't. I was going to say not familiar with Mario Kart, but we just written that Mario Kart doesn't exist. Go on, tell us all about it.
Well, yeah, another entry in the Mario Kart series. I mean, surely everyone must have played it, at some point across the various Nintendo consoles over the years. The main difference with this one is it's adding open world design to it. So whilst you can, drive around free roam just anywhere you like on the map, and there's little challenges that you can do, and costumes you can like for your character. It's also making use of that, in the main games, instead of it just being all circuit based. it's making use of the open world to like in between like the circuit races. It's like a point-to-point race that connects you to the next circuit. So it's making use of that, and it's pretty good. I've played a fair bit of it over the weekend, enjoying it so far. Really enjoying the new knockout tour mode that I've put in.
Yeah.
I've been playing the online version of that, and that is just pretty manic, especially with 24 races on the screen because they've increased that for this one. So with 24 like actual people doing this knockout tour point-to-point race, it just gets absolutely manic with just all the shells, bananas, bombs, just everything just flying across the screen. It feels like it's more like dumb luck compared to skill to actually like get through these checkpoints and keep going because it just gets absolutely manic, but it's very good fun. It's definitely worth trying that tomorrow night in your stream. I don't know what you were planning for, but
chaos basically.
It's really good.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
I'd say anyone who likes Mario Kart, this is just more of it. It's really, really good.
All right. Ash, have you had a chance to play this?
No, I am not a Nintendo girly, really. Not by choice, as in like I'm not like ew Nintendo. It's just I spend so much time playing horror games that Nintendo isn't because Nintendo's such a family-friendly console.
Yeah.
It's not something that I've felt like I could invest in and spend all the money on dropping for a new console as well. So yeah, I just haven't been super Nintendo. I was going to say soaked, but what's the word? Like in the Nintendo ecosystem is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But yeah,
dip your toes in the Nintendo waters is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've got like an Animal Crossing toe in from the first Switch. Like that that's in. That toe's submerged. But Mario Kart I played a lot of as well on the first Switch. But yeah, Nintendo Switch 2, haven't got round to grabbing one. Yeah. Seen everyone else with one, been incredibly jealous, and seen Mario Kart World and thought it looks really good. I think it looks like a really nice extension of Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart Infinity symbol, that keeps up all of the stuff that you really like from that game, but also adds in loads of new flavors, like Dave has said. I just really like that you can play as the cow now. That's like they know what the people want. They know what the people want.
The thing is, though, that the cow can eat a burger, and apparently that's like controversial, allegedly, that now it's eating itself. Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll do that. iQuail says that Knockout Tour reminds me of that Penguin game from the community nights a few weeks. Yeah, we were playing Fast Penguin. It seems like that, but this probably seems like a high end version of that. Bless it. Oh, there was a discussion about the cow's arse being dirty. Really?
Oh.
Well, it's amazing it's discussed online, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got a poop, you know.
Yeah, but I don't know. Do we need to see the cow's dirty arse post poop? That's the question that needs to be posed. But then it's like Red Dead Redemption 2, isn't it? It's like the detail that they put into the horses, you know?
Yeah. So,
there's all sorts of great stuff going on in games.
Creating it, you know, they put all the thought into that. There you go. All right, a couple of people have already started posting scores. Danker's like, got to be a 9, surely. The couch says, I'd be surprised if it isn't a 9. Gozzo's saying a 9. Chat, get your scores in now. Mag poops on stream. I do not poop on stream. Do you see what I have to put up with? This is just moderated. Flame, 8. Seo, hello, Seo. Good to see you, buddy. 8.5. Jenny, 9.5. iQuell, 9. Kindred, the poops are bigger than Mags. Yes, because I'm so short.
It's got a Jurassic Park situation.
Yeah, it's
where
like
it's
that. You know, that when Jeff Goldblum goes, that's a big pile of shit. That's basically what. Yeah. Okay. So it says, "Hey Mag, hi everyone." Ash, I'll start with you. What do you reckon this got on average?
I agree with the gang that I would be surprised if it's not a 9, but I'm going to go in with a tentative 8.5 just to be safe.
Okay, going for an 8.5. iQuell saying a 9 as well. There you go. Kindred saying a 9. Dave, what say you?
I'm going for a 9 as well.
You're going for a 9 as well. Okay. All right. Last chance, folks. And this is the first time I get to say this on this show. This is Mario Kart World, which came out last Thursday on the Switch too. It's the first time I've said. Hey, there you go. DJ Mike, 8. Okay. On which note, I can tell you that this is going to be our highest scoring game of the night, because this, I'm just checking my notes so I don't say that and then it turns out it's not. This did get a 9 out of 10. There you go. It's just
lost to Dave again.
Yes, there you go. Dave. Oh, you didn't get it right last
I
time.
didn't get the
so
first one. I was
You didn't
close.
get the first one.
You
so
were closer though. You were closer, you know. And I've turned this into a competition now. I feel very aggressive about it. So
Yeah. There we go. Sophie says, and this is a good line. Is Mario Kart the only game on Switch 2 out on Switch 2? No, we're going to talk about all the games that have come out on Switch 2. There's a few more we're talking about on the show. And at the end of the show, I'm going to do a complete run through. There's about 15 games or more that I've got a list of. There's probably more than that, but all that came out on release day. And we'll hammer through that and explain all that for you a bit at the end. So obviously, because Dave got it right and Dave is not a streamer, exclamation Dave, as you are doing, shouts Dave in the chat. But I also have to give Dave a shout out. And obviously, Ash was like, what the hell was that noise earlier? So I'm guessing, Dave, this is like your first shout out.
Yeah, I think you should spin on the chair, but silently.
Oh,
Make all the noise you like.
Yeah, all right. Let's do. Okay. Just make sure I don't bash my knees in this time. Right, ready?
Go for it.
Dave!
oh, there's like Doppler effect on it as well as you go around. Literally, it's like a cartoon.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah,
We're
you were
waiting for his
powering
chair to
yourself.
break.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm spinning my legs. I'm kicking the thing round. This chair's. This isn't a proper gaming chair. This is some old battered thing that keeps the motion going. You can't do that in a proper pro gaming chair.
Oh, I
there you
have my mom's old office chair here. It doesn't even have a all the way up back support.
Oh
so.
no! Ooh,
Represent.
Ergonomic, all that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. There you go. Like a human Leslie speaker. That's niche as fuck. Ash now looking for the mute or disconnect button. There you go. All right, so we're going to crack on with our first lot of videos. So we're going to talk about the state of play that was on, I think, was it Thursday or was it Wednesday? Wednesday.
Thursday.
It's got two different answers. It was last week.
Yeah, I think it was Wednesday, actually, wasn't it? I was too confident with the Thursday.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was like, Thursday. There you go. Oh, just going to say, as the music kicks in, thank you to Chaotic Neutral for the raiding with a party of 14. This was the lovely lady that was co-streaming your Horror Game Awards.
Ah, hello!
There you go. Welcome in, Chaotic. Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Mag. This is Dave. This is our wonderful guest, Ash MIlman. And we are basically about to talk about the PlayStation State of Play. So welcome on in. How are you, Chaotic? How are you doing? Sophie, do you want me to do the other special shout out if I do that? Because you're on mobile and Twitch haven't rolled that out yet, even though they said on 2 Saturdays ago they were, but Twitch. Where is it? There you go. Go follow Chaotic. There's a little heart at the top of the chat. Press that heart. Go send the love. Evil Clansman, hello. Welcome on in. Great to see you all. Have I missed anyone? Mr. BNAG, hello. Great to see you as always. Hope you had a great stream. What you were streaming? Tormented Souls 2. We were just talking about that. Were you playing
There we go.
There you go. Hey,
I love it.
That makes me happy anyway.
Yeah.
And Ash, obviously, horror games. So yeah, there you go. Yes, love it. There you go. Anyone who watched my channel, I actually played the first one on my channel nearly over 4 years ago and did a whole playthrough. So I've been waiting for this. Yeah, you also watched Phil play it the other day as well. Okay, amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. I love the first one. Anyway, thank you again for that raid, Chaotic. Greatly appreciate it. Go follow Chaotic. She's awesome. But we're going to crack on with this, but we're going to talk over the top. So I'm going to basically play a state of play video and we're going to give our opinions on all the games. So I'm warning you now, if you haven't watched it yet, spoilers, but it's nearly been a week. So, you know, I don't care. Let's hit that button and see what happens. Fingers crossed this works. Make sure that's half volume. Here we go. And I won't get copyrighted because the music's non-copyrighted.
That's all right then.
I'll turn the music down a bit because it seems a bit loud. So let me do that. So yeah, we can talk through some of the games. Golf, I don't care.
Yeah, another one in that long-running series. That's
Love golf. To be fair,
that's good.
a golf party game actually does slap. So you know what?
Okay,
I'm
fair
happy
enough.
there's more of them.
I mean, it's got
Pac-Man
Pac-Man in it. Yeah, so.
Oh, he's just a nice guy.
There you go. That's out 5th of September.
But is there maybe?
Oh, this I'm very hyped for. I've been waiting years for this.
Oh, this is baby steps, isn't it?
Baby steps. I was a little bit worried because Devolver didn't mention anything about it for a year.
Yeah. It did disappear for a while, didn't it?
Yeah.
I'm glad it's back.
Couch, thank you very much for the Prime sub. That's now 7 months. He says I'm purple now. This comes out September as well. I'm so looking forward to this. I'm going to play this.
It looks like it could be good. Just has to make sure that it's not too long and outstays its welcome.
Yeah.
So I think what it's trying to do could be get a bit the same.
Yeah.
More Astrobot levels for anyone who's not bored of it yet.
A month today, five new levels land, which I can't wait because I've played all of it. So
Yeah. More Astrobot is always good. Like, they just nail it every single time. It's just so wholesome.
Oh, it is. I need to catch up with the extra levels. I played the Christmas one. I haven't played all the
Christmas
extra
one was
ones yet.
amazing.
Oh, I love
But yeah,
that.
there was 5 levels that came out across February and March, and now there's another. I think the other 5 are just dropping all in one go. Yeah, Duncan said there wasn't a Devolver digital presentation this year, which I found weird. I don't know why. They normally do quite cool stuff. But I thought this was Tetris Effect 2, but then it turns out it's a completely different game, but it's made by the people.
Yeah. Same people, so it's going for the same. Was it synesthesia? I can't remember what the wording is. It's, all the music, all the visuals really sort of get you into a zone. Supports VR as well, so that will really get you into it, really be immersive.
I really like Tetris Effect.
Great game.
What else we got?
Oh, so that Romeo is a dead man. I think it's another one from Suda51. Makes you very oddball games.
I do like some of his games. Shadows of the Dam being my favourite of his.
The little guy eating his arm, just
I know, it's just like
a little friend.
just nomming. Yeah, Kindred said this looked quite amusing. I do like. I think with Suda51, some of the games work really well, and some have been a bit.
He's hit and miss, really, isn't he? I have to see more of this one. It looks interesting.
Yeah. This does look interesting. A lot of people saying this looks quite amusing. A lot of people are quite interested in it. It is still giving me that Lollipop Chainsaw vibe, though, and that was kind of a bit. Okay. Now, the game that you were talking about, Ken.
Yeah, this is what I played the demo of on the weekend. This is really,
brilliant.
really good. Yeah, it's just one of those games. It's just focusing on one thing and doing it well. That is climb mechanics in it. It's very, very well done.
Yeah. Dan says I really like this. There you go.
It's just like climbing has become super popular also, like as a side note. Like climbing, people go to climbing gyms all the time and climb walls and just like climbing, like people are climbers all the time. Yeah. And now there's a game where people are climbers as well. I can't escape it.
This is Hirogami, which is like again, platform wise, but with like, you can change into different things. Someone's actually already sent me a thing, the press thing, to say, would you like to cover this when it comes out? I was like, yes, please.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. That's September. There was a lot of stuff that was for September from the State of Play, I have to say.
Yes, I think it's a Sword in the Sand, was it? This looks quite cool, though.
The same people who did the Pathless, right, this one. And that was gorgeous.
Yes. That's right. There you go, Sword of the Sea. That's out August. This one, I was a bit like, this reminds me of that bloody advert for that mobile game where you got to tap the characters that got a bigger score than you, and I was just like I don't know, I don't know. There's probably more to it than that, but it just didn't give a good impression of me.
No one knows how old the city really is.
Now this was a surprise.
Yes, a series I've seen for quite a while now.
Yeah, and weirdly, I don't know how, but I kind of guessed what it was, and I was like, "Oh yeah, but it's not going to be that, is it?" And then they announced it, and they were like, "Oh, it is." So I thought this was a nice surprise.
I'm glad it's back, but I would really like a full-blown non-VR game as well.
Like a third game.
Yeah. This is a nice test the waters and like
see
get
if
a presence again though.
Yeah, I think if it sells well, then maybe they'll.
Yeah, hopefully it'll sell well. Looks like it's got a good sort of VR implementation. Does look very good.
Kindred said the last game looked a bit like Monkey Island. Yeah, true. Yeah, Thief is back. Who knew? That looks really cool.
Yeah, not expecting that, but looking
No.
forward.
Looks interesting though. It does chaotic. This is kind of look like a Metroidvania. That's the one.
I look like Summer.
Yeah, Metro Void. I was thinking of Code Vein. I was going to try and say Metro Vein, but yeah, because Code Vein 2 we'll probably see in a minute anyway.
I think this was Bloodstained, wasn't it? This one.
This is definitely tapping into the people who like Bloodborne market,
Yeah.
100%, which I like because there's loads of us.
You said I want a VR for the Deadpool game. Yes, that looks great. We'll see that in a minute. Well, a little bit later on anyway.
Ah, this was Neo 3, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, there's a demo out for that as well, I believe.
Silent Hill F.
No, you're not
Which-
like a nice creepy horror game.
I'm going to say now, I wasn't bowled over by the trailer for this because it just looked like the Silent Hill 2 remake, but just in a different setting. And I was a bit like, but saying that, last year when they showed the Silent Hill 2 remake trailer, I thought it looked naff, and then I really enjoyed the game. So I don't know, maybe it's just how they do their. I just thought, well, this just looks like the same as the other games. But I don't
They're
know.
all the same, like in their
Yeah.
own way. You know, they have the same
Yeah.
Yeah,
mechanics.
Yeah.
same third-person action sort of thing.
Yeah,
So
I
the
don't know.
enemy design looks very creepy in this one.
Did in
Yeah.
Iceland
You like your
was
Japanese horror.
insubordination. It was ill
This was the game that gave me
utterly
chills.
reckless. He
When
only
this
got
survived
out.
thanks to
I
This,
like
I
the
just
look of
thought,
this.
Give me one good
ticked all
reason
the
to put him
boxes.
in the program.
I hope
Mark.
it's going to be good.
I think you just
I
covered
think
them
it
all,
will.
Greenway.
I think they spent a lot. I remember when we first
Simple.
talked about this being
Or
announced, Dave,
is a
like
bullet
at the end of
without a target?
2020 and our first couple of shows
Oh, yeah.
we ever did.
It's been a long time coming.
And I like the angle they're going with it as well. It's before his 007 status. It's how he started. And I was like, that's perfect for me. That very Hitman-esque, but also adds other elements to it. Couch says trailers are different. Sorry, I can't speak English. Trailers are definitely a different vibe these days. Edited like movies, very much so. Kindred said, love Silent Hill, but this one is in a weird setting. I don't think it was a setting. I don't know. I'll be playing it anyway. I'm looking forward to Silent Hill. I just didn't. For some reason, I didn't like the trailer, but obviously, Metal Gear Solid that we know.
It's one of those games. I've started it a couple of times when it was originally on PS2.
Yeah.
When it had its re-release, but I never got that far into it.
Right. I've never played any of the Metal Gear games, so I
I really liked the first one. Second one, could never quite finish. Last boss was an absolute bastard. Then the rest after that, hit and miss. Just goes to Yoto. She's getting more of a show in July, I think.
Yeah, they're going to show more of it
play
off.
for it.
Yeah, there you go. So it's going to get its own. Now, this is a game that I remember being shown off in 2020 and then heard nothing about. And they even make a little joke that, yes, it's still happening. We've been working on it. And I was like, okay. Because I quite like the look of this originally. And now they've shown a bit more. It's Pragmata. And I like that. It's real. It's happening.
Yeah, it's real. We promise. Definitely
Yeah.
coming.
I
This
thought.
is a Final Fantasy Tactics now.
Yes. I mean, I've done Gears Tactics and Metal Slug Tactics, and why not Final Fantasy Tactics?
Hey, let the people have what they want in it because Final Fantasy's got a franchise. The franchise size of it is crazy now.
Yeah.
I think they need a little bit like them branching out into doing everything from tactics to, Magic the Gathering prints and for continuing the mainline games, having the spin-offs. I'm pleased for them.
Yeah, I know what you meant, Kindred. I know what you meant.
Tidewalker, are you there yet?
See, I thought this was the VR game, but
Looks like it could be, doesn't it?
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
it's done.
good evening, Gilfly. How you doing? I quite like the look of it. It's got an interesting premise that wherever players go, you can then go. and either follow in their footsteps or do something else. And if they pull it off, I think it could be really good. But it'd be interesting to see.
It'd be quite funny watching people just die repeatedly, dropping into the sea or going the wrong way.
Yeah.
I just feel like it'd be funny to watch the ghosts.
Obviously, we're getting the Mortal Kombat collection. Get to relive all the Mortal Kombat games. Ninja Gaiden, which I think is end of August. Is it end of August?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Bit of retro inspired. Oh, July, there you go. July 31st. So even. Pardon me. I can't actually remember what this was.
This is Digimon.
Oh,
Digimon
is it?
Story, Time Strange.
Okay. Yeah, Digimon, yeah.
Yeah.
I have no interest in this whatsoever. So I've
Never watched Digimon, never played it, never will. Not remotely interested.
October.
No, I thought this looked really cool. I probably won't play it because I don't really play fighting games. I just thought, characters are. I think this looked really, really good.
It makes sense, doesn't it? And the amount of characters in the MCU is
Yeah.
make use of them. Get going. Let's go.
Yeah. And also, obviously, we've had a lot of the Capcom fighting collection last year and this year, so this is kind of building the hype for this. Godless says this is the most hyped for that show ever. It's the new Marvel fighting game from Arc System. It's from the makers of Guilty Gear, Strive, and Dragon Ball FighterZ, so people are going to love it. I think they will. If you love that stuff, they'll lap it up. So there you go. That was everything from the PlayStation State of Play. So let us know in the chat your thoughts, your favourite games. I'm gonna state this now. I feel bad. I am looking forward to Silent Hill F. I'm gonna just say that.
Explain yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Sure?
Because I did this last year. I was looking forward to the Silent Hill 2 remake and loved it. It wasn't in my top 5 games, but it was certainly in my top 10 games of last year. But I when they did that State of Play extra thing, I thought the game looked like trash. And then I think a lot of people said it didn't look good for some reason. And it was okay. I think with this, I'm not saying it looks trash. I'm just saying I don't think this was the best trailer that they could have given us for this. But I'm still excited for it. So I'm going to stand by my statement. There you go. And do you know what? It tends to be the games that have the trash trailers that end up being amazing. You go, oh my God, this is so good.
I hear you. No, and I think Silent Hill is it carries so much baggage and weight. Like Silent Hill 2 coming as a thing, it's like there's literally like years and years of expectation, of people's nostalgia, of kind of just what people think of when they think of Silent Hill 2. So to present it in a whole new way, and from a development team, which is Bloober Team, who people were feeling unsure of at the time. They didn't feel like they'd kind of they hadn't tested their mettle. People were very much ready to hate it in advance of it coming out. I think they were preparing themselves for the worst, and then when it came out and was really good, they were like, which is nice. But
It's
I
really
can understand why people were scared about it beforehand, and also, I don't know, going from Silent Hill 2 to then like third person, a bit more showing, and they showed a lot of action in the trailers as well, so it made it look like an action heavy game, which they've done again here.
Yeah, that's true.
And oh, sorry, no, carry on.
No, go on. I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah. I was just going to say, I think that they focus on the action a little bit more to kind of not take away from the cinematic sequences that people love Silent Hill for, like seeing monsters, seeing sets and designs, seeing all the cool things that make Silent Hill. They've got to show enough of that to get us interested, but not so much that they spoil it. And a good way of padding that out is with gameplay moments with creatures you're going to see a lot of, like the mannequins in Silent Hill 2, for example. So to do that again for Silent Hill F is a good way of preserving the mystery a little bit. I'm just very excited for it to be in Japan after, years and years and years of a Japanese culture and a Japanese studio kind of putting together this westernized version of it, which they've said themselves that they want to bring it back to its roots. So it's going to be really interesting to see kind of all of that love and kind of homegrown folklore and influence going onto Silent Hill and changing it for something new as well. It's like when Resident Evil went first person. It's like when we got Resident Evil 7. This is the soft reset for Silent Hill, which is going to be really interesting.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to it. September, we ain't got to wait long either. Icross says, would you like a bigger shovel, middle-aged gamer guy, to dig yourself a hole quicker? No, because I've already buried my career. There you go. Let's move on to some more game news. So obviously, more games that came out for the Switch 2. This is one that came out on day of release. This is called Fast Fusion. Let's have a look at the trailer for this one. There you go. So this is one of the games on release day. It reminds me of Wipeout and F-Zero kind of all rolled into one, Dave.
Oh yeah, definitely heavily inspired by those. You can definitely sort of see that. I think the Wipeout inspiration from the the design of the vehicles and whatnot definitely reminds me of Wipeout. But yeah, it's a pretty fast-paced sci-fi racing game. I think for anyone who's not into sort of the cutesy sort of Mario Kart vibes, wants to with a bit more of a serious vibe to it. Yeah, this looks pretty decent. I think I did play Fast RMX on the Switch, and that was a good game. Okay. These guys have been making these races on the Switch. I think they had one on the Wii U as well, so they've been doing it for quite a while on Nintendo's system. So they know how to make good use of the system. Good looking game. Looks like it performs really well. It looks like a really good fast-paced race. For anyone who's missing F-Zero, I know you can play the old GameCube F-Zero on the Switch too if you've got the expansion pack. But since Nintendo aren't making a new one in that series, it's probably the closest you're going to get for a while. So, looks worth jumping into for some fast-paced racing.
Yeah, Iqual was saying every time I look at this, it makes me want to play Wipeout or F-Zero. But Danka said when they first released this one on the Switch 8 years ago, it turned out it was an underrated gem. This looks just as good. So yeah, if you like the look of it, go play it.
It's not expensive either. It's a good bargain on the eShop.
Yeah, Gilfly says I'll probably give it a go, to be honest. Ash, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I have anything to add to it. It's like it just looks like a very glossy, nice little game to go on there, and I think it is nice to have lots of choice when Mario Kart comes out and everybody's on that, and you want something similar but different as well. It's nice to have your choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it looks. I don't want to be like it looks fine, but it looks fine. It looks like it does what it needs to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Icon says RIP Studio Liverpool. They should still be pumping out Wipeout games. Was it that Psygnosis? Was it the one in Liverpool that made Wipeout games? Psygnosis?
I think to begin with, they might change the name to Studio Liverpool at some point. Yeah,
to this day, if nothing else. Yeah. Oh well. We'll be talking about Liverpool later. I'm not doing that segue right now. Okay, folks, get your scores in. Chat. A couple of people got scores in chat already. Danka 8.5. Gozzo 8.5. Oh, those who came in on the raid as well. If you don't know what we're doing, guess the scores that these games got, and you'll get a shout out. I should have explained that, but we had 12 minutes of state of play to get through. So, Flame 7.5. Dave, I'll start with you on this one. Go for it.
I'm going to try an 8 on this one.
Going for an 8. Okay. Ash, what do you reckon?
Oh, I'm going to stick near and go for 7.5.
7.5. Okay. Flame is agreeing with you with a 7.5. Gozzo saying 8.5. Danka 8.5. Dave Johnson, good evening. An 8. Good to see you. Iquel says yes. Psygnosis became Studio Liverpool under Sony. That's right. Liverpool. Why? What's happening in Liverpool? No idea. You tell me. iQuail, 8. Kindred, 8. I said that so unconvincingly. I'll go with an 8. So everyone's saying an 8. Okay. Last chance, folks. This is Fast Fusion, which came out last Thursday on the second time I get to say it. Switch 2. That's going to get old fast. I can tell you now.
I'm fed up with it already.
So, okay. Oh, right, there you go. I can tell you, if there's no more scores in the chat, that this got 8.5 on average.
Nice.
So, yeah, go check it out. It's definitely worth getting. Gozzo got it right. Danka got it right. Everyone else was really close. But yeah, congratulations. We get a shout out for those two lovely people, if you'd be so kind. But there you go. And we're going to swiftly move on. Now, this one I'm going to have fun talking about. I really am. Because I wouldn't say this is a game. And I wouldn't say this is really something that should have ever come out or seen the light of day. But this also came out on the Switch 2 on Thursday the 5th. And you have to pay good money to try it. That's right, folks. We're talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour that no one fucking wanted. Here's the trailer. There you go. Astro's Playroom, it is not. Just saying. So, Dave, for those who might not know what this absolute rip-off is, please explain.
Yeah, I think we'd all be a lot more forgiving, wouldn't we, if it was an actual packing game? You know, we wouldn't be getting all the sort of hate and stuff. But it's basically a glorified instruction manual. Yeah, you're guiding a little character around, the Switch 2 and its accessories, and looking at little informational boards that tell you a bit more about the Switch. I think some of it gives you some interesting information, stuff you might not normally know. It gives you some little quizzes, make sure you're paying attention, you haven't fallen asleep. And there's a few little little sort of tech demos in there as well. So actually, play with the new controller, see how the rumble works, stuff like that. It's nothing particularly remarkable. It's not, something like you can't really compare it to like Wii Sports. This is like a fantastic collection of games of the original Wii.
Yeah.
This is just let's say an interactive instruction manual.
Because Sophie's asking, isn't it 10 quid?
I think it's about 8 quid. I think it's like
$10.
$10. Yeah, I think it's about 8 quid. It's not a ridiculous amount of money, but it's not
still
really anything.
I feel like that's a ridiculous amount of money for a tech tour.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be insulting. Like, they can't put it in for like £2 or £3 because why are you charging £2 or £3 for a tech tour? And then they have to put it more than that so it looks like it's like a game. So it's like at like £8, £9, £10 and dollars. And then that's way too much for what is a glorified tech tour. I don't know. You can't look at PlayStation and go, wow, Astrobot's a really good idea. I'm going to charge money for that. Like I can't believe that they're charging 8 quid for their tech tour. That's mad.
You look at Astro's Playroom, which was free on the PS5, right? And then you got this. One of them's a game. One of them is almost like sleeping through a PowerPoint slide.
Yeah.
Doesn't compare, does it?
From what reviews that people are saying, they're saying that even the games that are in it are not really fun. And as Kindred pointed out, unless you've bought all the accessories, which is going to cost you a fortune, you can't actually complete this.
Yeah.
So you have to buy the camera and the N64 controller and all the other stuff to be able to complete the tech demo game thing that costs you 8 quid. Really? How
do you sell like a piece of flat pack and then go, oh, but it's a tenner for the instructions on how to put it together? You know what I mean? Like, that's what they've done.
Do that.
Yeah. It feels very cheeky. It just feels very, very cheeky. Like, either give us the tech demo free or like with all of the bells and whistles and be beloved like Astro and make it a mascot, or don't, and just have like the little pop-up squares that say press this if you want to do this, like.
Yeah, I've also heard the quizzes are very dumbed down. It's one thing to have a quiz that's blah blah blah, but obviously this isn't geared at children to use, so it's weird that the rest of it is quite technical, but then you go to the quizzes and it feels like it's a kid's quiz, and I'm like,
Yeah,
it's just anyway.
make your minds up.
Yeah, go on, find your audience and set the level, people. There you go. So scores for this then, folks.
Ooh, I feel like it may have been the victim of a review bomb. If it's it's what like that feels like something that could have happened.
Okay, so I'm still going to start with you then, Ash. What do you reckon?
4.
4. Okay. Kindred says 2. Fuck them. Gozzo 5. Danker 5. I don't know. There was a quiz. I do quite like it. I know you like a quiz. You were one of our winners at our timeless quiz last year with Slopes. Get your scores in, Dave. What say you?
I'll try 6.
Going for a 6. God, you're being generous. Gilfly 5. People don't want to score this in chat because they're afraid what's going to be said. But I'm going to give you last chance, folks. This is the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, which is not worth a single penny. Dave Johnson saying 4.5, and it came out on Thursday on Switch 2. And if anyone does buy it, please tell me why. I won't hold it against you. I just want to know why you bought it. But there you go. If there's no other scores, people, I think some of the big outlets will have boosted it. 6. It's fucking shite. If you need all the accessories for it, in my opinion, I agree. I don't think they should have made it completable by having to buy all the things. That should have been optional. DLC that they probably would have charged for. Let's leave that. I can tell you that this probably should have got a lower score, but on average, this scored a 5 out of 10.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
That feels like people reviewing it. That feels like maybe people reviewing it without taking the price into consideration as well. Like, I feel like the price is the most abominable part of this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about the content if it's free and it does what it needs to do as a tech demo.
Yeah.
But if you're charging me £8, make it fun, cool, hip, and accessible.
Which this is not.
Yeah.
Just saying. So there you go. 5 out of 10 for that. iQuell said my daughter wants to play this, but I'm reluctant to try. Don't bother. No.
There's better games you can play.
Better games you can play, and you can figure out how to use a Switch yourself. Yeah. There's this thing called YouTube, and people
tell us to wait for Kirby. She'll love that.
Yeah, got to get the remastered Kirby because I never got to play that. I want to play that.
Okay.
Anyway, I can't remember when that's out, but anyway. Okay, moving on. So, Summer Games Fest. Obviously, Summer Games Fest took place on Friday night. I know that one's right because I missed it. I had to watch it on the Saturday. Wow, Nintendo Life gave it an 8. Of course they did.
The clue's in the name.
Yeah, they had to. They probably put guns to their head and said, you'll all be out of a job if you don't. No, they probably didn't do that. I'm not that harsh on Nintendo. But yeah. Anyway, so Summer Games Fest, a 2-hour show. Have
you broken or are you just deep in thoughts?
Oh my god, I thought you'd frozen. I was like, what do we do now?
Is my internet gone again?
Someone has sent me a message. I have no idea what it means. I'm not going to read it out. It's nothing bad, but I'm just like...
Oh, I was going to say, do it. Tell us.
No. Hang on. Are they still in chat? Yeah. Jesse, you've sent me a message. It says you can charge commission, doesn't mean they'll pay it. I'm like, what? What conversation was that about? I don't remember talking about charging commissions. He's now typing a message. He's probably going to explain this. Please explain. Mag's brain often... Mag's brain often... See, I couldn't even say my own name then. Mag's brain often stops working.
Doesn't he realise you're in the middle of a show? It's best not to interrupt.
Oh, Dave is charging commission to be here, apparently. That's what it is. There you go. Well, I have read it out. He's just sent me a message saying, don't fucking read it out, you knob. Well, I have. It's too late. Shouldn't send me confusing messages. Tell me what it's about and I won't read
that. Turn the phone upside down so you won't get interrupted again.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, down the thing. Anyway, Summer Games Fest. I'm going to grab a drink while we're playing this. Here is all 17 minutes of goodness. So again, spoilers. If you haven't seen it, you're going to see it all now. But here is a rundown of everything that was announced at Summer Games Fest, and we're going to comment on it. Why am I reading messages? Because they're popping up on my phone. You didn't send it 3 hours ago. It literally just came through now. Maybe that's the problem. Anyway, here we go with this. Shush, Jesse. I'm going to turn the sound down a bit as well. There we go. So let's have a look at everything that was announced.
So we've got Mortal Shell 2, haven't we?
Yeah.
Sequel to the Souls Life, which looks pretty bloody.
Yeah,
Good,
I like the
glory
first
kills
one.
there.
So,
I love
Tried
the
it,
look of
didn't really grab me.
more Star Wars content coming to Fortnite.
I think this was the end of the content, wasn't it? It was when the Death Stars are going to either blow up or take out the planet. I think it was the end of the season.
Yeah.
Oh, this was just a cutscene from was it Death Stranding 2?
Yes.
Cutscene out of context, kind of meant it.
Of the way he walks. He's like,
Yeah,
all right, lads.
There you go. This was the one that had what's his face, isn't it? Tom Hardy, is it? Tom Hardy doing the
I've had him narrate on it.
narrating. This I'm looking forward to because I've liked all the Sonic racing games.
Yeah, that's something I've played on. I've always heard good things about it. Lots
Yeah.
of guest characters. It's thrown Minecraft crossover in as well.
Yeah. I'm not reading what you just sent me, Jesse. No. I now know what context you meant that for.
I know this was Code Vein too.
There you go. Retro Games Master, hello. How you doing? How you doing, Pete? I've turned the music down. Let me know if it's all right. Apparently it's a little bit loud.
Yeah, I can't really hear you.
I like the look of this. This is called End of Abyss. This looks pretty cool.
I thought this looked really cool. It looks gross.
Really looking forward to this. But we've still not got a date. Pete
It
just
looks
got back
so
from the pub. Hope you had a good time, buddy.
What studio did Mouse PI for hire?
Ooh. I don't know.
Shall I Google it?
now.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
go
Google
Go
it.
for it. Yeah, this was War for Westeros Game
Yeah.
of Thrones. So it shows you nothing of the game, but it's going to be an RTS. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of guessing they're going to perhaps use all the characters like hero characters. So it'll be an interesting one.
I get the feeling you can also play as the bad guys because the fact that they changed
Yeah,
it.
it'll let you mess around with the timeline and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It could be fun to do it well.
This was surprising. Atomic
Yeah.
Heart 2.
We had a batch of things in the Atomic Heart universe, didn't we?
Yes.
There was loads of munfish. Like munfish
Yeah.
were popping off throughout the whole.
Three lots of games, wasn't it?
Yeah, one from their publishing arm,
Yeah.
and then I think Atomic Heart 2, and then
And then this cube thing, which is
yeah.
part
Looks
of
like
the
it could be
Atomic Heart
interesting.
universe.
Interesting idea if the game world is just rotating, just to see how that works out.
Yeah. And then we got another Marvel game,
Yeah.
but a bit
To
more
be
retro.
honest, I think this works well for Marvel and for its fan base, and for people who like Street Fighter and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It fits with the
Yeah.
themes and the bright, colourful cartoon, pixel, retro. You know, I think it's at home with Marvel.
Yeah.
And this is on a Musha Way of the Sword,
Yes.
which I think is looking promising.
This I can't wait for. This looks amazing.
It's freaking out.
Graphically, it looks very,
It's
very cool, doesn't it? The rendering they've got,
Puppet
it looks
game.
like you're watching the Muppets on TV.
Yeah.
I'm
I
kind of
don't know,
guessing
it
it's going
makes
to
me
play
feel.
like I'm kind of guessing it's going to play like the old Punch-Out games from the NES and SNES.
Yeah.
Kind of like the vibe I get from it. This could be quite good.
Ash is a bit like, Barry though.
It just makes me feel weird. It looks scary.
This is like Cluedo, but with guns.
Yeah.
Figure out who the murderers are. Um,
work. Could just be everyone uses guns and ignores the Ludo-y part of it.
Celtics Neutral went ape about that game. Marvel Comics Invasion T2 game was some of my most consistent games of the year. I'm certainly looking forward to that T2 game.
I think this is
This
outrageous.
I'm not that fussed about because it's another one of those games that I think is just going to come and go.
It's another extraction shooter, but it's one that's getting a bit more hype, way more hype than Marathon has been getting in recent.
So that might do better than Marathon.
Yeah, possibly. And then this is June.
Yeah, which is already out. It's out today. We'll be talking about this on the show next week.
What do we think about this one? So I wasn't sure. I can't lie.
I don't
Not
know.
my sort of game. I think it looks nice.
I think it looks
like
nice.
MMOs.
I think I did see Chaotix playing. She's saying love it. I did like the Conan Exiles game, and I'm not really into those kind of games, but I might like Doom possibly.
Yeah.
Injured said the beta was good as well for it. Well, we'll talk about it on we are going to be talking about it on next week's show.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about it. I don't know. I think it's just because I just don't know. I don't know. I need to get into my my Dune feelings, I think.
I still need to watch that second film. I'm not going to lie.
The second one's so much better than the first one.
Right.
I need to get around to it.
Yeah.
And the first one's good.
Yeah, I did like the first one. This looks great. Am I right in saying this is made by the people who did Unravel?
I think is it not? Yes, it will be. I was going to say because I thought it was what do you call it? I thought it was a Way Out, guys, but no, it is the Unravel.
New Mafia game, which I'm very hyped for. I've loved all the Mafia games.
To this.
I didn't even. This is so stupid. I didn't even clock that it was Mafia, like as in the Mafia games.
Yeah.
I thought it was just called Mafia. I was like, oh yeah, nice mob game.
This is Lego Voyagers, which is a co-op Lego game. This looks like it could be good fun.
This looks cute.
Pete said he watched the Dune film in 4DX. It was like a roller coaster. That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks like Cult of the Lamb, but with SpongeBob.
Yeah, it's Cult of the Lamb vibes, actually.
Yeah.
Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. This
that might be fun. I don't know. It looks alright. Right up Chaotic Street. Oh yeah, nice mob game. Best review ever, Ash. Dave.
Lies the This is the Overture DLC, which we're going to be talking about in a bit, I think, aren't we?
We are talking about Lies the yeah. And this got dropped, released literally after the showcase.
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, this looks amazing. Like, plant your plants. Not everything's fine.
Yeah, like farming sim horror, because we obviously Doki Doki Literature Club, which Serenity 4 did previously, was dating sim horror, farming sim horror. Like now, it's like, oh yes, nail on the head. I like the cat.
Guildfly was excited for that last game. I think I'll put it in order. I thought kind of the PlayStation showcase was good, but apart from the James Bond thing, nothing really set well done for. I thought Summer Games Fest this year was better than last year, generally. There's quite a lot of games that I was quite liked, but again, like with everything, there seems to be a lot of filler stuff as well. But then,
yeah, I mean, there's always loads of stuff that you're not bothered about. There's somebody else is going to love. It's like these last few like anime games that don't interest me the slightest.
Yeah.
But some people are going to laugh at them.
The new Jurassic Park Evolution game, we'll probably never play it, but I know people love them.
They look so good. Being able to live your Jurassic World realness. Yeah. Hell yeah.
From the creators of Shovel Knight, there you go. This looked good. Remind me of that yo-yo game we were talking about last week on the show as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are hyped for this.
Yeah. Now this is what Kindred. Yeah, the Deadpool VR. Kindred said he would buy VR for this. It looked fun.
Yeah, if they get to play as good as like the Batman VR game that we had on the West, then this could be good.
Yeah.
I hope they do a decent job with it.
New Dying Light game, which is a prequel to the second game, but a sequel to the first game. I think. I got that right?
Yeah,
I think.
that's
Yeah.
right. I think it's just like a standalone game as well. It's not like a DLC that needs a second game.
It was intended as a DLC, and then they went, "Oh hell, let's make it a big game."
Game, yeah. I like the look of that. That's out in August. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris is doing Deadpool voice, which surprised me because I couldn't tell it was him. So I thought that was quite good.
I didn't either.
He was doing his best Ryan Reynolds impression. It was pretty
Hey,
decent.
it worked.
I'm so surprised that Ryan Reynolds let anybody else near that character.
Yeah.
This was mixtape, which looks like
Yeah.
a huge.
That looks
It
quite
looks
good.
cool. I don't know what need they had to make a fish that buff, but I'm not angry about it. I'm not angry about it.
Buffish the game. This looked quite good, but it's
It's
whether
one of those games where I think it's like mainly been done by a solo dev.
yeah, it looks good, but it's whether it'll like it's fun for an hour and then gets boring,
Yeah.
or whether it's got longevity.
It's giving a lot of like Sifu vibes with kind of the brutal combat sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm worried. What does it do differently to Sifu? That's the only thing that I had on my mind.
Buffish the Vampire Slayer. There's a couple of Ryan Reynolds. There's a video of Ryan Reynolds doing a Doogie Howser skit online in response to Neil Patrick Harris doing Deadpool. Oh, there you go.
Oh, nice.
Maybe it was something they agreed. Yeah, that's the new stuff for the First Descent. This was Scum, which it's like Fortnite for adults by the look of it.
Yes, just hitting its 1.0 release. Oh,
First,
is it Mind's Eye, this one?
Yeah, which
So
is
this
out
come
today.
out- Yes. No,
It's out
no
today.
reviews beforehand, so
Yeah,
Who
we are
knows?
playing it on the channel Monday next week, and then we'll talk about it on next week's show. So, just so you know, Monday next week. New Hitman target, which is Le Chiffre from Casino Royale.
Good
It did make-
crossover that.
Yeah, it did make me laugh that you had thingy commenting about, oh, Mads Mikkelsen is not in my new game, and then they brought Mads Mikkelsen out for that. I was like, that was a kick in the teeth. Is Mind's Eye good? No idea. I have my copy. I have my copy here. It's arrived because it came out today, but I'm not going to be playing it until Monday. I've tried to stay away from the reviews. So I thought we were
I think
playing
this
Halo
looks
Master
cool.
Chief on Monday. No, you can get fucked, Dave.
This looks good. Wildgate. I think it would just probably be good for like you streaming, because you know, it gives me like Sea of Thieves vibes. You know, all got to cooperate.
Yeah.
On spaceships, just trying to get like a whatever the MacGuffin is. Looks really cool.
Yeah, it might make a good community night.
I think so. This one kind of gives me Hades vibes with its graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. It's a cute design as well.
Now this.
Oh,
This
This
isn't
looks
the
great.
Munfish one.
Yeah, this is even fish one.
this is their
ill.
publishing. The physics on this are rotten.
Hmm. This bit made me laugh. It's like, yeah, boot him.
Yeah.
Juju Voodoo, thank you for the follow. Spare underpants time, yes. We need a full team for the wild base game. It's otherwise hard to fly shit. Ah, okay. Mecha break.
It's called like the infinitesimals.
Ironically, the second game of the weekend to be shrunk down. Yeah, infinitesimal. Street Fighter 6 update, and also the fact that you can get the first 2 years of the game bundled as well, which we'll talk about. You need to retire to play all these games, Pete.
Same, yeah.
This, again, I was just like, no. Another multiplayer game that, no. We'll probably give it a try. I always give everything a fair shout. We'll probably do one stream of it and then that's it.
It's another one of those ones in an oversaturated market. Could just
Yeah.
and just die a death, couldn't it?
Yeah. Kindred thought it was like a Team Fortress reboot. And I was like, Is this the one that's out in July?
I can't recall, but
Oh no, it's the one. Nothing is forever. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. This is that's coming to Game Pass as well.
Definitely gives me Souls-like vibes.
Yeah. Oh, a game where you have
so-
to save the Wu-Tang Clan. This looked quite
Yeah.
cool. It was giving me Hi-Fi Rush vibes.
No date or anything to it, so
No.
God, we'll see it.
When's Horace Goes King 2 out? No idea. Maybe we'll have to publish it. This was like Cuphead if it was a platformer.
Yeah, the style on this is mad. I love it.
Splitgate 2, which is also out now. Might have to do this as a community night because everyone's been raving about it.
Well, the first Splitgate was good.
Yeah.
The second match there, I think this was highlighting a battle royale mode, wasn't it?
Yes.
Got a big cheer actually. Splitgate 2, didn't it?
Yeah. This is a new game from the people who brought us the Like a Dragon game.
Yeah, Stranger Than Heaven.
Yeah.
Looks
I
very cool.
like the look of this because it's sort of, again, mobster related kind of.
Yeah, I think
Era.
is it Shanghai 1943, this one?
Yeah. Looks cool.
My pal Rosie from PlayStation Access is the biggest Yakuza fan in the whole world. So messaging her about this was a treat.
Yeah.
Like as in seeing it and her being like, ah! And then this, because both of us were like,
Yes.
ah!
This to me was the icing on the cake.
I love the way
Yeah.
they trolled us halfway through with that little
Yeah.
bit with the director saying, you'll find out more later. Expect it to be like next year.
A couple of months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the end of the show. So,
When he
Yeah,
said
yeah.
blink of an eye, I was like, this is a clue for something, this is a clue, like we're going to have to look for an eye somewhere or the marketing's going to be this, and literally he just meant, oh, it's going to be in a little bit.
You weren't joking about 17 minutes, were you? No, I've condensed 2 hours into 17 minutes. Nostop, thank you for the follow. Don't think I played an RE game, or at least finished one. I love them, so I can't wait for
I'm
that.
interested to see more of that because it looks like we're going back to Raccoon City. So I wonder if
It
it's going to go
does.
back to like third person instead of being first
Yeah.
person like the last couple of games.
Oh,
RE
The
Yeah.
rumours are you'll be playing as Leon Kennedy, but we'll
Yeah.
see because there's no hint of that I saw there.
Gotta wear adult nappies for that one. Everyone thought it's going to be the new Outbreak, but yeah, this is yeah. So you do see shots of Ethan's daughter, so I'm assuming she's in it from the DLC that was from Resident Evil 8, and then there's some new characters. I'm sure there was an image of her in it. Someone said.
Yeah, well,
might be. Yeah, I
think
was
that-
just thinking about Emily Ashcroft, or the main character's Ashcroft, who is the one in the FBI, but she looks a lot like Rose as well.
Yes, yeah. So I
Yeah.
think she's one of the main characters, but I think
Yeah.
then there's a tie. So I wonder if this does carry on from
Mm.
7
I
and
think
8, which is good.
I think it
Yeah.
sort of links to a bit of a RE Outbreak because the character, the girl, is the daughter of one of the characters from Outbreak 2, I think.
Ah,
I believe
okay.
I've read. Don't know
Oh,
if
here you
anyone
go.
played those. They were online games on the old PS2.
Okay. Ashcroft
Yeah.
is out of Outbreak, while her mum she's one of the twins.
Yeah,
There you
there's
go.
a note from her mom in Resident Evil 7 as well, like from Miss Ashcroft in Resident Evil
Yeah.
7. So the character appears like a lot through, the family name appears a lot through. It just looks so good. I think returning to third person and potentially coming back to Leon's story is like, it's just very exciting.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool. And I don't know if there's even more to say than, it just looks
I
good.
know. That was the icing on the cake. I like, as Dave
It
said,
was
they
a
told
brilliant
us they don't,
finish.
but I was so happy. Apparently, we get gameplay shown tomorrow, so that's cool. Chaotic says. Kindred says, "So glad you missed out the new Call of Duty game rehash." Oh no, I haven't. That's coming later because that was part of the Xbox showcase. I've got a funny story about that because when they started showing it, it was like, oh, this game looks really cool. And then it went into the Call of Duty thing. I went, oh, bollocks.
Oh yeah. If I'd never seen the title, I would never have thought that was a Call of
No,
Duty game.
no,
Yeah.
Not at all.
So it built my hopes up and then shot me down quite quickly. So there you go. Do you know what? Shall we see what we're going to do? I know what we're going to do. Well, we've got a minute or two. We are going to talk Timeless, ladies and gentlemen, because the wonderful Ash is going to be at Timeless 2025, our brand new venue at Keynes Brewery in Liverpool. And if you don't know what Timeless is, then I'm going to play you a little video so you know all about it. And stay tuned. We've got some stuff to tell you. Here we go. Hi, I'm Middle-Aged Gamer Guy, and I'm very excited to announce that Timeless 2025 is coming to Liverpool here at the Keynes Brewery. There you go, folks. Timeless 2025, exclamation Timeless in chat. You can get your tickets now. Literally only a handful of VIP tickets left for the VIP night the night before. And there's probably about what's my maths? My maths is terrible. Probably about 60% of the main tickets left. And we've about just over 2 months to go, which isn't bad. Jesse's just like, fine, I guess I'll go. We will be announcing, hopefully before the end of the month, all our traders and exhibitors. I think we've literally all the stands have gone now. So we're going to be announcing all that, plus all the indie games that are going to be there. We've got 2 other panels to announce. So we've got that. So basically by the end of June, we hope to basically just go, boom, here's the lot. Here you go. We have not told Ash what on earth she's doing, bless her.
I'm going to be there, though.
But she's going to be there, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And thank you for agreeing to be there, which is brilliant. But yeah, Ash will be on one of the first panels, along with the team from What Culture Gaming and Ashens, talking about their careers, how they got into it, how they got into streaming, how they got into YouTube, presenting on what they've done. But we've also got something else they're going to be involved in, and that's what we've not told them. So we'll leave that there. So there you go. So there's a little big thing where we get everyone back together to do something. We'll explain that later.
Amazing.
So there you go. So get your tickets now. Exclamation Timeless. As I say, if you want VIP tickets, there's literally a handful left. So go get them. And if you're a content creator and want a content creator pass, that content creator passes are literally closing on the 13th of this month. So if you've already applied, don't apply again because it will scupper your chances. But if you haven't applied, you've got until close of Wednesday. And if you're lucky, you'll get an email to say congratulations for you. And if you're not, you'll still get an email to say, fortunately, you didn't get it, but maybe come along anyway and buy a ticket and come and have some fun with us on the day. So there you go. That's enough of that. And you can get to meet Ash on the VIP night and see her on the panels on the main day as well. So there you go. Have selfies, all that.
Hell yeah.
Go up to and go,
Exciting.
like that. Again.
Yeah, we'll look at. How's
Yeah,
your
do
night?
that. Yeah, that'll be yeah. That was timeless. Yeah. There you go. Oh dear. Okay, so I think, in my infinite wisdom, we should before we go into the last couple of games, should we do the Xbox showcase?
Yeah.
Should we go for that? Because that's about another 12 minutes of stuff, or 8 minutes. I think this might be the shortest one. I'm going to say this now. I actually thought this was one of the best Xbox showcases in the last couple of years. I've always found them very underwhelming and kind of going, oh, okay. Yeah, there's some games. There was quite a few games that I was really like, this looks good. And I think it was good because they were not relying on the same old stuff that they churn out. Yes, we know there's another new Gears of War game coming, but we didn't see any of that. We didn't see any of the Fable that's been pushed back. We didn't see any of State of Decay 3, which no one's heard about for years. And it felt like, even though they talked about them and mentioned them, it felt like they weren't actually relying on that for the first time in ages. But there you go. Pete, take care. He's off for the night. He says, good luck, guys. Bye all. Take care. Thank you, Pete. I know who Ash is, but who is Ashens? I don't know. You'll have to tell me because you're his manager. Community manager, I should say. I wanted Fable, and all he did was mention it. Yeah, I wasn't that fussed about that. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of like, you've had 2 years where you kept mentioning it, and you keep delaying it. So just shush now. Give us stuff when it's done. So let's bring up the video. Again, I apologise if the music comes in loud to start with. I'll sort that out. But this was Sunday night's Xbox Summer Showcase. Let's have a look at this. 2, 3, 4. Have a look at that. That should be about right.
Oh, this is a nice little refresher actually, because I only caught the second half of it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I did see this though.
Yes. We'll come back to that in a minute.
Yeah.
So, Tony Hawk's 3 and 4. We knew this was coming. It comes to Game Pass next month. You can play. We're doing a competition at this at Timeless. Another plug. So we did Pro Skater 1 and 2 remastered last year at Timeless. We're doing 3 and 4 this year.
Nice.
iQuell says, I've padded this episode quite a bit with the showcases. That's just cheating. Yes.
Nothing wrong with a bit of padding.
No. Especially if it's good padding. There you go. This I'm really excited to see because I love Super Meat Boy and the fact that it's now going full on 3D.
It's been a while since Super Meat Boy had like a big old title as well.
Yeah.
He's so meaty, like his like meat juices
Flowing.
Yeah, he's just such a wet boy.
Methinks Ash does like him.
Fix everything.
No.
This was a surprise. Hard Life 2. I didn't even know they were doing a sequel. I loved the first one. The DLC, it wasn't so good.
Never try the DLC. First game was alright. Looks like they got a good number of new guns and stuff in this. And
yes.
Looks like they want some skateboarding as well.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. And that comes. I reckon that'll be a Christmas game, just like the last one. One game that I really did not give a shit about. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I can't remember what it was called now. I think I tuned out.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of a cat of this, like when I was reading on the catch-up for it, and was like, "Oh my god, is it a cat game?" And then I was like, "Oh no, there's loads of animals in it."
Yes. Kindred, if you love Rick and Morty, you should play High on Life because it's made by those same people. Amino, yeah, couldn't remember. Oh, this was another DLC for Age of Nostalgia. Yeah. This is the second DLC this year, I think. We talked about the first one a couple of months ago on the show.
Hydra.
Nice. Now this I've been looking forward to for a long time. This looks great.
Yeah, it kind of gives me vibes like what sort of Bioshock and
Got Infinite,
Dishonored as well.
Yeah. I think it like merges those two elements. They did a really long trailer for this, and I've been looking forward to this for a number of years.
Still hasn't got a date against it though.
No,
Still
but
busy
at least we got to see more of it. So
yeah. As long as they do a good job by the time it comes out, I don't really mind how long they take.
and
This I'm looking forward to.
This was in my top 5 games.
Oh,
what,
yeah.
2
This
years
is one of
ago?
my highlights from the show. This was. That's
Yeah.
looking forward to
Fun
this.
to can't wait. Lots of people liking the look of the Clockwork game. Yeah, I can't wait for that. That's so good. Now this looks really fun as well.
The cat.
This was a game that I was like, oh, so it's a decorating game. I was like, but looks quite like fun. And then you go, oh, hang on, it's a mystery game as well, and there's all these other
Ooh.
elements. And I was like, this looks really cool. So it's more than you think.
Sorry.
Yeah, the cat.
It's so cute.
Ghosts at the Grand for next year. I can't wait for that. And this looks quite interesting.
It's from Double Fine, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. This is where I came in and I was like, more Psychonauts? And then,
Yeah.
no.
This one's called Keeper.
Yeah. It's got that Psychonauts vibe though, hasn't it? It's very much that aesthetic.
Definitely.
I like that they've got like a visual language for their games though, like that, because it's so unique, Psychonauts as well.
Kart said it looks like a lighter version of the Midnight Walk. Agreed. Did love that game though. Midnight Walk was fantastic. I think Chaotic loved that as well, just as much as I did.
Glorious hair.
Yes. How every woman wants to walk out in the morning.
Yeah.
I actually can't remember what this was.
No, I'm racking my brains for it as well. I've forgotten the title. I think it looks cool.
A Fate's End next year.
I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
Oh, here he is, Sid's
Yeah.
deep voice.
Oh yes, a few Final Fantasies finally coming over to the Xbox.
Yeah. Which a
I
lot
only
of
got
people are
about
excited for.
I got about halfway through this before I just got fed up with it. It was okay. It's got some quite good action, but I just felt the action got a bit samey, and the story was just dragging on. So it kind of felt like I'd reached a place in the middle of the game where it could have just ended.
Yeah.
Then it carries on.
Oh, the icon
Can't play
battles
anymore.
though. The icon
They do
battles.
look spectacular. They
They
look
are
really,
so
really
good.
good.
Yeah.
I did really like how Xbox were like, we've got it now, we've
Yeah.
got it. Which I can't blame them for, but it just made me laugh.
Quite a few people are happy that it's coming. Persona 4 Revival, which we knew we were going to get. It was only time.
And then Final Fantasy VII Intergrade, I think it was
Yeah.
called.
Yeah.
This is the main game, the
This
first
was-
part, and its DLC.
It wasn't exclusive for a while, so yeah. But then all
So
of the
lot-
Final Fantasy stuff is, isn't it? So
Yeah, I think a lot of Final Fantasy fans will be happy that's coming.
yeah. At the end of the day, games should be for everyone on every platform. I definitely
Yeah.
believe that. Big snake.
Solo level, all right. Yeah. Happy about that one. Yeah, Guildfly's happy about that one. Oh, this was
This is Invincible versus.
Invincible. Yeah. I've never watched this, so I couldn't really get hyped about this, but it does look all right. But I did find the trailer quite amusing. Watching people's heads explode, I was like, oh Christ!
It made me more interested in watching the show.
Yeah. I've been tempted for a while to watch it. Everyone keeps raving about it. I've just not seen it. Theo says the show's great. Yeah. Gosno says Solo Leveling is the best anime show ever.
It's this Ninja Gaiden.
Ah, yes, which we know earlier in the year was announced, wasn't it? So on their showcase when they announced South of Midnight and Doom and Expedition 33, this was the hidden game that we didn't know about, and they announced it. Yeah, October time. Looking forward to that.
What do you got on there, Jed?
New Fallout Fallout 76 DLC. Juju Voodoo, hello.
See for yourself.
Hi there, welcome. Thank you for that follow 20 minutes ago. Great to have you here. So if you like fishing in Fallout, yeah, Fallout fishing, yeah. New Sea of Thieves update. I have to say this trailer was very funny and I liked it a lot. I have been a big Sea of Thieves fan, but I've hardly played it the last 2 years. But maybe that'll make me dip into it. More Elder Scrolls Online stuff as well, which ironically I've seen tons of adverts for the last 2 days.
Yeah. I love that it has a little cat that you can get now.
Yeah.
Again.
New Indiana Jones DLC. Yeah.
Yeah, this is towards the end of September.
Yeah, looking forward to that because I love that game.
This is the Order of Giants. I'd be interested to see if this sort of is meant to fit into the game or just follow on after the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Kind of glad they dropped the Game Pass naming from the PC branding. Xbox PC rolls off the tongue easy, it does. Agreed, Anchor.
This looks very beautiful.
Yeah. Beast of Reincarnation. Obviously, we're going to get the first Gears game completely redone. And obviously, it's coming to PlayStation 5, which was announced a while back. But obviously, you can get it on Game Pass as well for anyone who's never played it. Or, but obviously, not the newer one that they announced last year.
The one thing I think is nice about this is actually bringing the original multiplayer back as well. Which
Yes.
you often get out of a lot of the the remastered stuff, which is all a shame. It's nice to see that coming back.
God, that was so popular as well, the Gears of War multiplayer.
This is a new game in the Plague. Is this the one that's in the new Plague Tale?
Yeah, this
But it's
is
a separate story.
Yeah, it's Resonance of Plague Tale Legacy. So I think people are saying it's like a bit of a prequel to the previous games, apparently. We'll see.
Obviously, the thing that we all knew was happening, but we just hadn't seen it yet. The Xbox handheld was announced.
Putting Silk Song on the screen.
I know, and that is the game that comes out with on the day that that's released. The Silk Song lands that same day that this console comes out.
These handhelds look nice, but they haven't mentioned the price at all yet.
No.
If you look at the prices of the normally named ROG Allies, they ain't cheap.
No.
So
I'll be
save
honest.
pennies if you want one.
I'm probably not going to bother getting this because now I've got my Switch 2. I'm like, I've got my Xbox. I don't see the point. If I hadn't got an Xbox, then maybe I would get it. A bit like if I didn't have a gaming PC, I'd get a Steam Deck.
Welcome to the guild.
And then this was the game that was like, oh, this looks interesting. This looks really good. Until the moment you went, oh, bollocks, it's the new Call of Duty.
Yeah,
I was racking my brain trying to remember the actor's name because I couldn't remember who he was. I thought I recognised him. He was from Heroes. Peter, something or other.
Oh no, the butterfly and all that business, and then the machine. I don't know. I was like Assassin's Creed, and then no idea what was going on.
I was like, this looks really good. People are guessing how much the console's going to be. Peter Petrelli, his name is. There you go. So I was just like, okay. Black Ops 7, fair enough.
Oh, this I like the look of.
This looks
good.
good.
This is why I don't nod. I thought this looked
good. Now there was you thought Gosno said there was disappointing because he thought it was like Dead Space 2 remake. Now there was a game that's like Dead Space, but it turns out it's not. But we'll see that in a minute, hopefully. So a standalone ROG is $799 with the thumbprint tech. So I reckon it's going to be more than that then.
Yeah, it could very well be.
This is the one, Chronos, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very Dead Space. This looks great.
Next one.
Yeah, can't wait for this. This is right up your street, Ash, I reckon.
Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, I'll be your live orator.
I can't remember what this one was called, but it looks like it's got vampires and stuff to it.
Yes.
The third-person action game, by the look of it.
Yeah.
Looks like it could be good.
But that wasn't the vampire game they announced last year, which we've seen nothing of yet. But... And then obviously the two big games they ended with, because they went further into it, Outer Worlds 2, which looked fantastic, I have to say.
The deep dive was good.
Yeah.
It was. I had it on, and my mom does not like games. She's not a gamer, and she was
Right.
like, "What's this mean? What's this?" She was like, "I'll leave it on for a bit."
You think you might have found a game that your mum might like?
She would hate this so much. She doesn't even like sci-fi, but like she just had it on. She just couldn't stop watching.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll give her a go on it. She likes Spyro. That's as far
okay.
as she goes. She likes the original Spyro game. I do think Outer Worlds is very clever though, and especially like the floors system and the way it works with how you play your game and build stuff into it. Just really cool. Stab in the ass.
Yeah, that's great. And I'm going to say, in a minute, there's going to be an arachnophobia warning because of the other game that Obsidian also announced, which again was a surprise, but I know how successful the first one was. I'm more interested in this, Outworlds 2, than I am Grounded 2, which they're showing now.
I never tried the first Grounded.
It was all right. It was all right, but it's just not. I know loads of people loved it. It was just not a game that I really got into. But
No,
it's
not something I'm after either. 4-player survival crafting never really grabs me.
I'll tell you
I
when
like
you
the
can
idea of it though.
again,
Basically, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah, it is. But this time in a park. I'm so surprised about Grounded 2. They said they weren't going to do a second one 9 months ago. I know. They fooled everyone. And there you go. That was everything from the Xbox Showcase. And I thought it was a really good showcase, to be fair. Probably one of the best that Xbox has churned out in the last couple of years. There's a lot of stuff that I really am looking forward to. Whereas the last couple I've been like, oh, there's one game that I'm looking forward to. But really happy with that. Yeah, there you go. Right, before we get onto our last two games of the night, I'm just going to do a run through of practically everything else that's come out for the Switch 2. So obviously Sophie was here earlier saying, well, what other games came out? So I've got a couple. We were going to show the trailers for these two games, but frankly, got way too much to talk about. So all these games came out, on Thursday the 5th. We had Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S came out. Puzzle game. I'll also give you the review scores. Some of these got review scores, some haven't. That got a 7.5 out of 10. Rune Factory, Guardians of Azura, came to actually not only just Switch 2, but Switch and PC on the same day. That got an 8 out of 10 on that. And then Deltarune is available on pretty much everything else. Episodes 3 and 4 came out on the 4th of June, but you could get the whole of the 4 chapters of Deltarune on Switch 2 as of the 5th. That got an 8 out of 10. A game called Survival Kids, which I think has been on other consoles, was also out, but apparently that only got about a 5.5 out of 10 on average. So this is the one sort of Switch release game that didn't do too well. We got The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom remasters. Very varied scores, bit difficult to do, but most of them were going the high end at like a 9 or 9.5 out of 10. Some people were saying that the remasters weren't as good as they were expecting, and some of the graphical things are not as good. So it was bouncing between 8.5s and 9s and 9.5s for both of those. Split Fiction, as you know, runaway success this year, got a 9 out of 10. Street Fighter 6, Years 1 and 2 edition, which we saw earlier, 8.5 out of 10. Yakuza 0 Director's Cut comes to Switch 2, got a 7 out of 10. Sonic and Shadow Generations, which came to all other consoles and PC last October, That got a 7 out of 10. Nobunga's Ambition Awakening Complete Edition was out. No reviews for that as yet. Civilization 7, which is out on everything, also out as well as Arcade Archives 2 Ridge Racer, Super Fantasy some classic racing. That's on there. Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster, could they make these titles any longer, was out with an 8 out of 10. Cyberpunk 2077, the Ultimate Edition, which is basically the whole game plus the DLC that came out 2 summers ago. That got an 8 out of 10. And if you want to, they basically said it was like playing it on a PS4, is how they described. So it's pretty decent, but not as on the PS4 when it came out, just to clarify. Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess, which came out last year, is also now on Switch 2, got an 8 out of 10. Fortnite, if you want to play Fortnite, nothing wrong with a bit of Fortnite, got an 8.5 out of 10 on Switch 2. Hogwarts Legacy also got an 8.5 out of 10, saying that it runs far better compared on the Switch. It, on the original Switch, had a bit of a iffy release compared to everything else. So if you're going to play Hogwarts Legacy on a handheld, do it on Switch 2. That's the best one. And obviously, as well, Hitman World of Assassination, which includes the first 3 games. All the DLCs is the Signature Edition, came out, but they're still saying it doesn't quite run as well as you think it would, and got about a 7.5 out of 10. Those were all the games that came out on Switch 2 of day of release. So there you go. If you want to find out more, go check your local retailers if they still exist, because if that's a thing these days. So yeah, a lot of games there. Yeah, any that stand out for anyone? That's a lot of them are obviously games that I've already played or that. But is there anything there that you want to get apart from the Mario Kart one? Because I'll be honest, for me, there isn't.
No, the only thing I was fussed about really was Mario Kart. And I did buy the upgrade for Tears of the Kingdom, which does look nice. Yeah, it just looks like a sharper image, and it runs at 60 frames per second. Yeah, 60 frames per second, so it just feels much smoother to play. It kind of feels like how it should run in the first place. So it's definitely the best way to play it. If you haven't played it before, worth looking at.
Couch says very excited for Deltarune. I said Ridge Racer is a classic, but the controls on Switch 2 aren't the best for it. All those scores, and somehow the Welcome Bolt's got 6 out of 10. 5. Just saying, 5. So it was worse. The original version of Hogwarts had area boundaries, apparently, yeah.
Yep.
And frame rates popping like characters were suddenly appearing for you. I want to get the Room Factory one. I think I'm going to give that a go. So there you go. Now, Ash isn't a Nintendo person, so I'm not going to say.
The only thing that I would be interested in is Deltarune, because I really like Undertale and Toby Fox, and I've been meaning to play Deltarune for ages. So that's my 2 pence, is that I would love to see some more Deltarune. And obviously Mario Kart is a winner. It's always a winner.
Yeah. So there you go. But yeah, Deltarune, definitely. Especially the fact that you can get all the chapters and they released it on everything else the day before. And so I thought that was a nice touch that kind of all came together. So there you go. Our last 2 games of the night, we're going to hammer through these, ladies and gentlemen. This came out on Friday on PC. This one is called Dragon is Dead. Let's find the trailer for that, and then we'll talk about it after this. There you go, 15 quid for this one. Dave, tell us a little bit more about it.
Yes, this is a a 2D action RPG, I believe. Your character is tasked with trying to slay the last dragon in the land, last dark dragon, because he's trying to corrupt the world. So you've got to kill him, stop him doing that. Gameplay wise, what you can see is like a sort of 2D hack and slash. You did enjoy it in the trailer, but the sort of HUD the game has got looks very much like a Diablo HUD, where it's got like the orbs either side, like the health and magic ball, and the way it lays out your skills that you can use. So it kind of feels like it's got a bit of sort of Diablo energy to it, but in like a 2D action RPG. It looks pretty cool. I like the pixel art graphics; they look very nice.
Yeah,
I'd give
looks
it a go.
fun. Looks fun.
It's giving Blasphemous, like that looks like it would scratch a Blasphemous itch, you know what I mean? Not to be weird about it, but it looks so Blasphemous. That got me excited. I was like, what's this game?
I could see you sitting there intently going like that. Yeah, looking at couple of scores we've got on it already. People going in at 7.5. Danker, Gozzo, Kindred all saying 7.5. Dave, I'll start with you on this one. What do you reckon this got?
I'll try an 8 for this one.
Going for an 8. Okay, I should have said, for anyone who's just joined us, by the way, we don't review these games, but you can guess the scores and see what the reviewers said. And if you get it correctly, you'll get a shout out. CO coming in with a 7. Gilfly with a 7.5. Ash, what do you reckon this got?
Everything's skewed quite high this evening, and I also think 8. Can we go for the same one? Is that allowed?
If you want to, yeah.
Yeah.
It's allowed.
Okay.
We get some guests go, I can't say the same thing as Dave says. Well, yeah, there's no rule that says you can't. Oh, no, but I'll still say a different score. Okay, all right then. Fine. So, yes, you're allowed to say 8. So you want to go 8. That's cool. Any other scores, folks? Get them in the chat now. This is Dragon is Dead, which came out last Friday on PC. And if no one else is going to... Oh, iQuell coming in with a 7 there. If no one else... You watch all those. I always get it last minute. If no one else is going to say a score, I can tell you, this got a 7.5.
Should have gone with a chat.
Yeah, so close. Well done, Gilfly, Kindred, Gozzo, Danker. They can all get shout outs. I actually think Danker and Gozzo are 5 for 5 tonight. So if they get this next one right, they've got
Googlers, cheaters. Yeah. That's what I say.
Right, what's a Metacritic? Yeah. Saying that, the last 2 weeks they have failed abysmally, so it's like, that's all right. Well, Danker was like, I'm so sure that was going to be a 7 or it was nowhere near. But there you go. Now, all those shout outs are going to be done by somebody, one of the mods, if you'd be so kind. And as I always say, please do go follow all these people that get in the shout outs because they spend the time to watch this show and watch us every week. And me and Dave, me make a fool of myself and watch Dave. And we greatly appreciate if you would follow them too. So please do that. Whenever the mods wants to do that, please do that. But we are going to roll on to our last game of the night, which we've already seen some clips for. Hang on. Watch TNGC from 9 p.m. on Tuesdays. Is that the official thing? We're gonna do that. Yeah. There you go. Hang on. Legendary Jail. Good night. Oh, the phone. Is that the Ash at Timeless? Yes, this is the Ash that will be at Timeless JL. There you go. And
that's my new title, Ash from Timeless. That's the new one.
I somehow don't feel that that's going to be your biggest accolade.
Excuse me, hell yeah, it is.
All the amazing stuff you've done, it's like, yeah, it'd be like in brackets, you just go, and Timeless. We'd be happy with that. That's kind of what we want. Tiff, hello, good evening. Hello, guys, how's it going? Lovely to see you, Tiff. Oh, yeah, nice mob game. Best review ever. Oh, God, there's going to be loads of memes from this now, isn't it? You're going to be sending me an email going, why did you invite me on this show now? Why? Yeah, amazing, but it's not time. Oh God, here we go. Anyway,
it's the level. It's the level.
It's high praise coming from you, so thank you. Yeah,
take the compliment, take the fun, take the joy.
All right, we'll do it.
Mag.
All right, okay.
Oh
okay.
No.
And then we'll do Timeless, and you'll turn around to me and go, Jesus, never again. Oh, by the way, there's all Ash's links. Go check out Ash because she's amazing. There's our Twitch channel, her YouTube channel, Everything
I
else
didn't
on
get
there.
the score right. You're not allowed to post them unless I get
Yeah,
the
but I didn't
score.
post it. Someone else did. So
It
it
don't matter.
doesn't matter. We're always biased to our guests anyway, so it doesn't matter. So it was all good. What's that? Only thing Mag has never been guilty of is taking joy. Normally just takes the piss. Thanks. I'll buy you a portion of chips to say it's the best thing you've ever done this year. Well, if that's not a great offer, come to Liverpool, have a bag of chips. It's like I said, because we've got this Tomb Raider panel. I'm sorry we're going off topic here, but the Tomb Raider panel, we've got Heather, who works on the original Tomb Raiders. And she was like, oh, I'm a bit nervous about being, because she doesn't normally do panels. I said, what's your favourite drink? She said, oh, I'll have a gin and tonic. All right, I'll ram a gin and tonic down your neck before you go on. You're right, great.
Oh my God.
I get to go to Liverpool and get a gin and tonic. So this is the same. Ash goes to Liverpool, gets a bag of chips.
Honest. Oh wait, the chips are for me. Yes, deal.
Yeah.
Deal sold. Cheesy
Yeah.
chips, and I'll say it's the best thing I've done in the past ever, forever. Add some cheese on top.
Fine,
That's
clip
it.
that. Clip that down. Can't
Let's
get out of
go.
it.
Deal made.
We all heard it. Can't go back in it now.
Oh, making me choke. Sorry. Cheesy chips and gravy. Oh, we're adding stuff now. There you go.
Yeah.
Cheesy chips and gravy. You watch people just start. Be more than a pussy. Things are just going to get piled onto it. It's like, how did MIlman got paid? In food.
Yeah.
£5,000. We have other food too in Liverpool. Just saying. Well, there you go. Tiff says that's my deal breaker. Oh right, so it's got to have gravy on it.
Oh right.
Right,
A
noted.
poutine.
Right, yeah, okay, noted. When at Liverpool, when we see Tiff at Liverpool. Whoa, no one said cheese and chips. Ash, no deal.
It's off the table. Sorry, Mag.
You've just cancelled
That's the
our
end.
guest, Dave. Thanks. Anyway, exactly right. Okay, so why are we bothering paying like fees and hotels? We just pay everyone in food.
I know, easy. You should have thought about this beforehand.
No,
Locked us in now.
When we started this 4 years ago, we'd probably actually have made some money by now doing this thing. But no one listens to Dave. I'll sort out cheese. Hey! Trip down Morrison's. There you go. Hang on. I can't believe we've gone off. Sorry. We have Chinese curry in the chippies here. It's amazing. Not the fruity stuff they have down south.
Fruity stuff.
Fruity stuff.
Where have you been down south? Curry sauces. Look, right. Nobody has special stuff in a chip shop bar the Midlands, which has battered gold chips. You know, battered chips are the only unique thing you can get.
Orange chips. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have curry sauce down here as well.
London. Right, that's down south, but us lot, we're in the Midlands, so
yeah.
Behave you. We
ain't impressed.
There you go. He's being a naughty boy. He is. He needs to behave. Iquel, Mag ain't fruity. How would you know? So we have Chinese. Oh no, I read that one. What was the other? I missed it. Oh, fruity curry is all I've ever seen down south. Well, you haven't come to the Midlands, mate. We'll sort you out. We'll look after you. Anyway, last game, which we should have talked about 5 minutes ago. This shadow dropped at the Summer Games Fest, which no one knew when this was going to come out. We knew it was happening, but this actually landed on the 6th on PS4, PS5, PC, Xbox Series X and S, and this is a prequel DLC to a very much loved 2023 game, and this is Lies of P Overture. Let's have a look at this for our last game of the night. Here we go. There you go. Lies of P DLC, which is set before the main game, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, that's right. It's letting you see events in the city of Krat before the Puppet Frenzy Massacre kicks off in the main game. So this is giving you loads of different locations to explore. I think we've seen Krat Zoo in some of the gameplay. So get to explore that with some really messed up animals you got to fight. And of course, there's plenty of new weapons to learn and master, and some pretty cool looking bosses to try and take out. You have got to get to chapter 9 in the main game though before the DLC becomes available. But for anyone who's like struggling to get to that point, they have added difficulty settings into this, which is quite cool. Yeah. So if you're stuck on any boss or whatever, just knock the difficulty down and get past it.
Oh my god! Thank God I can play Lies of P.
Yeah.
And as a boss I got to ages ago, I just couldn't get past. Just kept doing me in. So I'm tempted to go back to it and knock the difficulty down just to get past the bugger.
I'm quite chuffed with that because again, like you, I got so far. I think I got 3/4 way through it and then just couldn't get any further. But I love that. I don't really like Souls games, but this was just so good that I was like,
very well done.
Yeah, easy setting it will be for me, so I can just crack on through. No, this looks great. Ash, were you a fan of the first one?
I found Lies of P really difficult, but I loved watching it. I loved watching people play it, and I loved hearing people talk about it. Again, Rosie from Access, like she was a big Lies of P fan, and hearing her talk about it and watching her play gameplay of it, I just found so satisfying. I love Lies of P conceptually. I just don't have the stamina for Souls games until I could be defeated so many times in a row. Yeah. Get in from work, I'm like, please, no more punching me down. So I, it's one I liked watching, and I'm looking forward to watching people play more Overture because it's so cool and the bosses are so cool, and just I'm glad that Lies of P exists and adds a different flavour to the Souls-like genre.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, folks. Last chance to get shout outs. What did we think this scored? There's a couple of scores in the chat as well already. Let's go. Danka said 8.5. I so want this. Gilfly 8. Gozzo 8.5. Tiff 8.5. And for those who just joined us, chuck a score in the chat. If you get it right, we'll give you a shout out. Kindra says, I want to like Souls games, but after dying 15 times quickly in Elden Ring, I gave up. Well, you did better than me because I didn't even play Elden Ring. So that says 8.5. CO says an 8. 8 Lies of Ash Cheesy Chips edition, says Dave.
Oh, yeah, that's the stuff.
Any given chance to rip the shit out of anyone. Ironically, Davey's one of the other organisers of Timeless, so that really helps. iQuail 8. Ash, I'll let you go first on this one.
Right, you said earlier when we were looking at Mario Kart, you said this is the highest rated game of the evening. So we know that we've got a ceiling at 9. Yeah. So I think we're looking at an 8 or an 8.5, and I want to believe, so I'm going to go 8.5.
Going 8.5. Okay. Yeah. Go for that one. Okay. Dave, what say you?
I'd remember the same thing, and I was thinking the same score. So I'm going to match the 8.5.
Okay 8.5. All right. Dave says, Mag and Jesse organised the event and I disorganised the guests. To be fair, we don't let Dave do anything important. Your words, not mine, Jesse. Oh, dear God. This is going to be like so much hard work this year's event now. All this kicking off. Anyway, all right, folks. I can tell you that this did very well. It got some really good reviews. The only thing they did say is it doesn't really add... Well, it adds more to the story, but it doesn't add more in terms of new mechanics. There's only kind of one new mechanic in it. So if people are looking to get more in depth and stuff, it doesn't really do that. It just scratches the itch of it's more Lies of P, which is not a bad thing. And because of that, the highest scores it's got were 8.5, but the averages worked out at an 8. Sorry, you were so close. Yeah.
I just wanted to get one right. Alas, alack, alay.
Hang on, actually, saying that, Ash, what was the score you said? I think you said.
I think it was 8, actually. Yeah,
was it 8?
That's right.
We get a shout out for Ash. I think she said 8. I'm sure she did.
I mean, I said 8.5. So I said, but I did say 8.5. So yeah.
Yeah, an 8. Yeah. We just didn't hear the 0.5 bit.
Yeah.
So there you go. All of Ash's channels. Remember when Ash said 8? Yes, I do, Jesse. It was literally a few seconds ago. I think I can play it. It's if I can get past the Carpi tourist boss in Dark Souls, I can play Lies of P. Yes, Tiff, if you can do that, you can definitely do that. So definitely play it. That's it, says Dave. I'm cancelling all the guests' hotels. Oh, for fuck's sake.
To be fair, Mag, if I got it right, as we remember that I did, Dave said that he agreed with me, so I think you have to give Dave a shout out as well.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Sounds like a
And how would you like
idea.
your shout out, Dave?
Oh, go do a bit more spinning, mate.
Oh, great. Should we go the other way?
Yeah, even yourself out.
Yeah, exclamation Dave in chat, by the way, and congratulations to everyone else who said it. Dave says, Ash, that was wonderful. Yes, I've just been officially played by my guest. So there you go. Here we go. All right, a few more. Oh, by the way, spinning in a very nice Timeless 25 jacket. You can buy now. Go check it out on the website. Reluctantly.
Off you go.
Dave! Oh, hang on, not going fast enough. Dave! Dave! You stitched me right up on this one! Dave.
That one sounded like you were
Very
calling
good.
for help, the multiple Daves.
I think I've actually gone really dizzy.
No one came to his rescue.
No one, ever.
No one
ever.
cared.
Tiff goes, me want jacket. Me want jacket. You can't have this one because it's mine. It's mine. You can have it. But it's cool. I'll show you the back. That's the back of the jacket.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Go check it out. You can get it now. Hello, Belarus. How you doing? Mags, you just recovered from a cold. Don't I know it? Jesus. Brought that up on the SoCon. Went to TwitchCon, came back, got a cold. Typical. So there you go. You can spin the other way now if you prefer, Mag. No Gilfly. I think that's enough spinning. And we have run horrendously late. My head has stopped spinning now. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be drawing the show to a close. Thank you so much to our wonderful guest, the wonderful Ash MIlman.
Yay! Thank you for having me. It's been really lovely. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Really look forward to seeing you at Timeless.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's going to be so good. Ash will be there at the VIP night. It's a very chilled, relaxed night. We've got Mr. Jason Bradbury from the Gadget Show showing off his brand new film and clips. But you can meet all our guests. You can meet Ash, the What Culture team, Ashens, the Tomb Raider panel, and our other guests that we're due to announce. And you can just come up and have a chat, have a drink with them, and just chill out. And then the main event, Ash will be there on the main stage at 12 p.m. We will be putting out all the official times, and there will be something else that Ash will be doing, which we haven't told her yet, but it's fine.
Ooh,
so it's nothing too scary.
Scared.
So you can meet Mag as he ignores me. Yes, we probably will after those last couple of comments, Dave. Got a Timeless hoodie and a Mojo hoodie on order so far. Yes, Mojo, my dog. Yes. So there we go. You can meet me as well if you want to have a super awkward conversation, says Jess.
A little treat.
Yeah, you can come and meet the team behind Timeless. You've got Dave, who's the odd one, Jesse, who's the awkward one, and me, who's the gobby one. So there you go. There you go. Thank you so much. As always, thank you to Dave, our fountain of knowledge. Pleasure being here.
Thank you, Dave.
We will be back Tuesday next week, and I just need to double check because I want to make sure I get the right guest. Because next week, our guest is another Timeless guest, Mr. Daryl Baxter, who's the person who wrote the Tomb Raider book, who is going to be our host for the Tomb Raider panel at Timeless. So Daryl is going to be our guest next week, talking all things Tomb Raider. Plus, he also helps co-run a Tomb Raider convention that takes place over in Derby in October. So we'll be talking about that event as well, which should be so cool. So he's our guest next week. Thank you to all the chat, all the mods, and Dave Johnson, I guess, as always. Thank you for being there. Thank you all for tuning in. I am back tomorrow with some Mario Kart World. So if you've got Mario Kart World, come and join us. And if you haven't seen it yet, come and watch me play it very badly. So that'll be fun at 8:30 tomorrow night. Let's go do a raid. Let's see who's on. And again, can we get all of Ash's? I know they've just appeared a minute ago, but can we have all again? All of Ash's links. Do go follow her. When have you got a schedule for your Twitch or lives, or is it just as and when you?
It's a bit loosey-goosey at the moment, just whilst I'm figuring a bunch of different bits out. But it's mostly, it should be like Mondays and or Fridays going forward. That's what we're looking at in the afternoons. But if you join my Discord, which is on those other links, or on my website, which is www.ashmilman.co.uk, you'll be able to find links to all the other stuff there. Or on my Linktree, on my Twitch, they're all linked together. So if you click on one, you'll be able to find it.
So
but yeah,
excuses
Discord.
to not follow you. So there you go.
Yeah, there we go. They're everywhere.
Awesome. And no doubt we will hear more about the next Horror Game Awards, which will be, I'm guessing it's going to be like December time again, like Nick. Well, Nick,
Yeah. So we
November,
have the Horror Game Awards will be in December. I think it's the 14th again. I'm going to double check because it was definitely the 14th last year, and I don't want to give you the wrong one. The Horror Game Awards 2025. So, when is our showcase? It'd be good to know this. It's definitely that weekend of December.
Okay.
But that's the next time that we'll be back, and it will be to celebrate all the best parts of horror games. And yeah, definitely follow all of the socials for the show. I think it might be the 13th of December this year, actually, because that's a Saturday. So that might be when we're looking at.
All right, cool. Stay tuned. We've got more information. We will let everybody know.
Yeah, there'll be announcements. Definitely follow the socials. Follow Phil and Will. Keep up with it.
There you go. Celtic said excited for it. Big J says I don't really like horror games, but then I don't really like Mag, and that's never stopped me.
Exactly.
True, thank you. Dave said will be able to insult Mag in your chat, Ash?
Oh, always. Yeah, of course.
Anyway, on that note, let's go raid. We're going to go raid a guest who's going to be on the show in 2 weeks' time, Mr. Johnny Beard. He's a great streamer.
Oh, I love Johnny.
He does loads of great stuff for charity. He's going to be on TNGC in 2 weeks' time, and he's playing Silent Hill 2. So this is perfect. We're going to go raid Johnny. That raid will start once the end credits are rolled. Again, thank you so much, everyone, and a big shout out to Ash for being our amazing guest tonight. Thank you so much. And as I always say, wherever you are in the world watching this, have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, and we shall see you tomorrow at 8:30 for a bit of Mario Kart World. If you want to join in, come and join us. It's going to be great fun. And then we'll do that awkward thing where we just kind of wave at the screen until I press the button. Bye.
Bye.